Last
We
time
got through.
on Ghost of Saltmarsh.
We had completed 3 quests, 3 challenges, tasks to gain the trust of the Queen, and we had 2 remaining.
Yep.
No, 3 remaining, because we had the riddle one as well. Was that like an added-on one that you did?
It's the third one I couldn't remember. No, he was always part of it.
Yeah, so we had 3 remaining, effectively. We prepared for a dinner with the Queen, and she hosted a feast for us. She told us stories of her kind and the legends that they're brought up on as children. Ozzy serenaded her with the hope of getting her into bed. We then went to bed, but Ozzy then tried to, sleep with her. Went in, convinced the guards to let him through, and ended up ditching his pants and turning his cock gold. All to no avail.
It was a little early because you did walk in on Sareve, didn't you?
Yeah, I was. I dropped my pants and realised that I hadn't got to the right moment yet. But yeah, after a bit of to-ing and fro-in, Ozzy gave up. And then the next morning, we set out to finish the rest of the tasks. First one was an underwater challenge where we had to retrieve an orb that Scarrig, with his new helm of underwater stuff, reluctantly, took up that challenge. Kind of all forced him into it. But you did well. You retrieved the orb before the other guy. They were kind of like mermaid type people, right?
They're merfolk, yeah.
But on the way back, you was both attacked by the reef shark, and you helped him get out of it, which further aided the gain of their trust. Then we went to the common folk, to their challenge, common people, which reminded Ozzy and Styles of a song. And we learned that there is a dragon that resides in the entrance of the cave system, and to keep him on their good side, they offer up as sacrifice eggs and younglings, to which the group were quite surprised. Up until this point, they kind of been on board with everything, and then was a bit like, oh, okay. Although Picard, you seem to think that whatever's necessary. I think it affected Ozzy more than anything. They challenged the dragon to return the eggs that he had at that moment, and a bit of to and fro ensued again, and they convinced him to give 3 of the 4 eggs up if they Ozzy in particular, if he promised that they would sing songs of his name and legendary status, and further that myth of him and stuff. He agreed to that. And then we went to the sort of final task to the Queen, and the guy,
Sareve,
gave us 5 riddles, I think it was,
yeah,
which we swiftly smashed through, and then confronted the Queen. We confronted her a little bit on the fact that she's given up kids. She saw it as a necessary sacrifice for the betterment of the lizard folk, but still we're all a bit unsure about that. And she's told tale of a large alligator called Thousand Teeth, I think it was, that roams the swamp and eats everything.
It's been harassing people. Yeah. And I think the issue she had was that because crocodiles are sacred, she couldn't send her people to kill it, so that's why she needed you to.
Yeah, and she asked us to return with its head
Yep.
intact, and that would give her the final piece to the trust puzzle. So we set off on that quest, but Styles was very wary or like unsure about it. It was kind of like argued the point that we've kind of came here what the council asked us to do. We've figured out, we need to figure out, do we really need to now risk our lives to gain the trust of some queen who, gives up her younglings to. So we had a bit of discussion about that, but in the end decided these railroad tracks look really nice. Let's follow them.
Damn, they're shiny.
So we headed off to kill the alligator, and we was given a map of like previous locations. We said to just sort of skip to the end almost, or what we thought would be the end, but after spending a bit of time looking around, it kind of made sense that depending on what time of the day it was would depend on where the alligator was at any given time. And we went there a bit too early. We also found like a cave that had it was the hellhole, wasn't it? It had like a hole in the back of it that led to nowhere, effectively.
Down a tight squeeze.
Down.
Natural cave, man.
Yeah.
I've seen the video of it. I'm guessing when I was hearing it described, I was like, this is the one that Paul showed me the video of when it was lost over.
Yeah.
The crocodile alligator eventually appeared, and we got into a bit of a fight with it. Picard took some heavy hits. Did you go down, or was you close to just going down?
I was pretty close.
Yeah.
I think you did well because you had Scarrick just as the
Scarrick is like
shield,
and Scarrick delivered the final blow to it as well.
He did.
Did you use inflict wounds? Yeah, and like charred its body.
Just use the spell.
Use my hammer.
The paladin
holy
should have. And yeah, that's basically where we left it.
Yeah.
Preparing to chop off the head.
That was it. So I think, we did a lot last session. Like, it was the challenges. I couldn't quite remember what we'd done because I knew all the ones you had done. I was like, this must be.
Yeah, there wasn't like overall there wasn't like that much that we did, but like there was a lot of like small detail in each of the challenges. There was a lot of talking, a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
Ozzy's fucking nighttime shenanigans took up a lot of the time as well. So sorry for that.
Is that right? So.
Good question, Paul.
Yeah, go on.
I can't remember whether people do still need healing, but because I leveled up, I now have more healing to give. Can I give that?
We did dish out healing.
We dished it out. So just leave it that way.
But people might need more. I don't know how much we use, but we definitely I dished out some healing.
Are we allowed to use?
I got back up to full, so I'm alright.
Just before you do, it's now because this has happened quite late on, and even if you remember, you got here around midday, and then you waited 3 or 4 hours. I think it's around 6 that this had happened. So it is turning to dusk at this point. You had lit the fires around.
We could
bring light.
We could camp here. I was going to suggest that on looking back at that map on the way back, we should maybe head back down the river and visit each of the places because there might be booty.
Can do.
And or loot. Booty
and or enemies.
Or enemies. I don't know. It was just a suggestion.
You currently have a few campfires lit around you. The dusk is settling in. There is a giant crocodile laid out on the floor.
We need to go and skin it.
We need to cut his fucking head off.
Who is good at removing alligator heads?
Well, I have spent my time as a army medic, so I'm not too bad. Unless anyone else thinks they can do better.
Last session, there was talk of a medicine check, and I think Mr. Picard had quite a high medicine modifier.
I seem to crawl that also.
+2, higher than that.
+5. Call me Dr. Piker.
Maybe he was a doctor in your
The
your
doctor
past
man.
life.
Yeah, like I turn around and Mr. Packard's already cutting up onto that. Oh,
with your
great. Well,
scythe. I can give you some inspiration as well to
You can
help.
do it together if you wish. So
Say that again,
Yeah.
sorry.
Why would that? Oh, so we get like
do it
5
together to roll with
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
give
yes.
you a
It would be an
hand,
advantage
Mr.
rolling.
Packard.
So,
Right.
Mr. Picard, you get advantage, and you get a extra D6
Oh, wow.
that you can use as well.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
As you begin, I'm like massaging you. No, that's weird. I'm not doing that.
You do that if you want.
I'm playing a little
Stop.
tune
With your
on
balls.
the yeah, just slapping you, teabagging you. I'm playing like
Cupping
a
them gently.
I'm playing a tune on the guitar that's like kind of like low and intense, like ding 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 to inspire you. So yeah, you get D6.
So does he get to like just roll twice or something? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
What's the highest you got?
11.
Was that with
Is
the
that
D6
your
as well?
D6
That is
added?
with the D6 gave me 1.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
I'm a bit
Yeah.
rusty, fellas. Don't really remember how to do
Why
this.
do we trust Mr. Picard?
You are experienced in medicine. Well, you feel you are. However, this is a giant crocodile, and its skin is tougher than humans, and you've never really seen one of these before.
Didn't you bless him, Scarrick? I'm sure you used bless on him.
Oh, I blessed him before the battle, actually, though, didn't I?
So what would a blessing add?
E4.
D4.
A D4? Okay.
Quick,
What?
before the
Yeah.
DM says no.
Hooray!
Quick, he's thinking about it.
One.
Another one.
Oh,
So 12.
12. Nice.
12.
Yeah, you
That's
get
good.
that.
That's all right. That's all right.
So you
All
begin
those
to
chances.
work, trying to cut through, and I presume you're using your scythe?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a side dagger? Not sure.
Just a
No,
side.
using the scythe, trying to come around. You get the head off. It does take time, and it's not a clean cut. It's off. It's decapitated. But there is some bits where, when you're cutting with scissors and you're trying to do it real straight, but then you slip in a little bit. There's a couple of those. So now
I know
you
that
have
feeling. Slipping in a little bit.
a giant crocodile head. Which, just let me get the size for you. Let's work this out.
Who's going to carry this bitch?
yeah, will it fit in the bag I hold in?
This is.
I think we
believe,
talked
what you
about this,
need
didn't we,
to
Paul?
find
I think
out. Yeah, we did talk
it's-
about it.
Could do.
So, the creature is a large monstrosity. So,
Monstrosity. Wow.
Does the bag of holding get rid of weight, I take it as well, then?
Presumably, yeah.
so it's 10 feet long. So I'm going to say its head is probably about 4 feet. Would be about right,
Wide?
wouldn't it? No, long.
Long. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 4 feet. About 4 feet long by
That's pretty fucking
just
long.
about a foot and a
I'd say
half
like
wide.
3, maybe.
Right, well, we
10
strap it to
foot-
Scarrick's
10
back.
foot.
Hey,
I
that'll
guess
fit in
what
the
it
hole
is.
then.
He's fucking bigger than me.
Scarrick's only pissed because it is taller than him.
Although I would argue if the croc is 10 feet, its head would not be
Yeah,
4 feet. That's almost
No, I'd
50%
say it's like
of its
2
mass.
feet. We'll say it's
It's-
2 feet.
Okay, I'll allow
2
that.
feet by 1 foot.
I feel like that's just the size of a regular
say,
alligator.
That's
10,
normal.
10 foot is a regular alligator.
I don't feel like that's like the legendary beast that was meant
This
to.
Oh, it's only a
thousands
wee
of teeth.
nipper.
What about
This
3
is
feet?
baby.
It's
we
large.
settle on 3.
We're about to get attacked by a fucking
It's large.
behemoth.
It's just a generic alligator.
Large as 10 feet.
Garrick, have you taken any of its teeth? Because you've got some shark teeth, ain't you? Big
No,
red
but-
Well,
teeth.
Don't fuck with its
I don't
head.
think
Well,
we
yeah,
should.
we need to
No, I
preserve.
don't think we can mess with the head. So
Don't worry, Scarrick. It's just a regular alligator. You don't want these teeth.
Common as muck.
I'll take some of its claws, though.
We'll see.
Maybe I'll
Another.
take some of them.
So you
This
you now have
reminds
the
me-
head separate and the body.
This reminds me. We could skin. Can we skin it? And the woman
Make some
back in
boots.
Saltmarsh, she said about bringing back some leathers.
Oh,
Oh, aye.
fucking did.
Good idea.
If we found any exotic
Um,
skin,
Actually,
Get a
that's
Well,
get a pretty
splendid
price.
idea.
6.
off you go, Mr. Packard.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll do
surely
it
you
again.
can't fuck it up again.
Nope. I'll need some
Yeah.
assistance.
Yeah, we're all
Right,
helping.
I'll help.
And I'll inspire you for my last inspiration of the day.
Oh, this is much better. And is it a D6 inspiration?
And 4. Plus D4 as well.
D4 for blast.
You know. This is gonna be the nicest looking skin.
37.
It's not calamity.
I think I watched them all. 'Cause I can't remember when
so
you were talking
good.
about it. I think I've seen them all now.
31.
31.
Ooh, nice.
Fuck yeah.
Jesus, it was calamity.
That is
Okay.
calamity. Nice. That's probably the highest roll we've had all campaign.
Now I've done the head, I'm like, I understand how this creature works.
Yeah. So skinning is easier. You cut down its stomach and begin to peel the skin back, which comes back like the wrapper of an orange. There is some damage. So obviously a lot of you arrows is what you used, is that right?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And then there's the inflict wounds. So there is a large patch of it that is burnt across one bit, but you take it as
Just
it is.
already started the drying process.
I like your optimism.
Yeah.
But we'll say you now have 8 foot of skin.
A lovely pelt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stick that in the bag. It's going to stink in there.
If we had
What are you
4
doing with
foot
it,
of head and 8 foot of skin,
Hey.
I don't wear.
Don't worry
roll,
about
you
it.
can roll it up.
Thick?
Roll it up.
You can roll it up into a bundle, but it's large bundles. You're sort of talking.
I could cut it in half and you'd have
Scarrick can barely
four
put his arms
skins.
around it.
Have one eight skin or 2 4 skins.
You're going to need to do another medicine check if you want to cut up its full skin.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel with a roll of 31. However skins you want, Mr. Piker.
Yeah, you can basically get it how you want it. But it's
I
neat.
said just roll it up and put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah, pop it in.
Aye.
Are you emptying everything else out of the bag of holding? Is there
No,
anything
in
else in it? No, in
I
it.
don't think.
I think you just got like 2 ignits in it or something, haven't you?
Or ingots.
And
Fishes.
Fishes.
I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, there's no in it.
No, in it.
I'm pissing myself telling
So you
Mario
can
about
put in
that.
a large crocodile head and a crocodile skin pelt.
Oh.
And we're going to say after that the bag is full.
Oh, what? I mean,
Um,
it does have like an actual measurement, doesn't it, that you can use?
yeah, I think so. I think it's 4 feet deep.
Yeah, we
had
yeah,
this
about a
discussion
metre
last
squared
time,
in it,
didn't
and
we?
it's 500 pound it can hold.
Yeah. Yeah, so the night's drawn in, you've managed to thingy. What are you doing with the rest of the crocodile?
We could eat it.
Anyone hungry?
I want crocodile steak.
Yeah, we
You
can
wanna eat it?
make some
We're
steaks.
staying here for the night and I'm setting off in the
I
morning.
guess.
Right, makes sense. Let me boys.
I grabbed some surrounding. Oh, we've already lit some fires, haven't we? So
Yeah, you've got fires
yeah,
lit.
so-
'Cause I think the only ones that went out were the ones that are near you. The one in the centre above are still lit.
do we
so-
want to go on the center island or sit up on the rock again?
Sit up on the rock because there's a lot
Alright.
of dead bodies on the
I used prestidigitation to start a fire on top of the rock. Sit down. I still need to add a spell.
As you crowd round for the evening, warming by the fire and resting after this, what for some of you, especially you, Scarrick, was quite an intense battle. You were chomped a few times in this giant crocodile's head, and although you trust your armor, there's still the slightest bit of worry when you're inside a creature like that. You cut off small pieces of meat, roast them over the fire. It has a texture similar to chicken, but has a slight fishy taste. I know because I've had crocodile in a tin.
I was going to say, I was about to ask, is that true? Because I'm curious.
Yeah,
I've
I
had
think it tastes a lot like chicken, really.
Yeah.
Everything
We
does.
had it in a tin.
Yeah,
I-
crocodile in a
I was
tin.
like-
Just like
Crocodile
it's how
Carol.
it's supposed to be enjoyed.
Yeah. need to take you down to the canning factory. But yeah, you sit around the fire and you enjoy and you rest.
Scary.
You take them.
Oh, scary.
Aye.
Scary. What the fuck did you do to that alligator? Like, I've seen Mr. Picard do something similar. What is it that you guys are doing?
Don't really know how to put it in words. I connect with my god sometimes to power myself.
Fucking god, man. God of the Dwarves. He's pretty badass. Dishing out, powers like that. That's pretty crazy.
Aye, well, maybe, but I don't think it's Moradin.
What do you mean?
That power, that's not him.
Well,
It's something else.
that's where you draw your power from, right? Your divine strength comes from Mardin, the god of the dwarves.
Aye, but things change, Stuff happens to a person.
Can I ask?
I don't know what you...
I'm just trying to think of our history together. Would I guess we would have had previous conversations about these sort of things because obviously I know about you, how your stuff works.
Yeah.
Have you recently? Is this a recent shift in attitude towards it, or have you always, as long as I've known you, you've been shifty about it?
Yeah, before that I was very open to teaching you about, my faith and trying to get you into it, really. So
it's like a more recent thing that you're acting differently about it. Okay. Right.
I mean, I was going to say whether that was being insight or not, but like it's without history, it wouldn't have to. Surely it wouldn't have to be an insight. You'd know.
Yeah.
I'm not like. If it was anything else, it'd be like, oh yeah, Moradin does this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, something else. Well, maybe you're getting stronger, because that's some pretty intense shit right there. So you must be doing something right.
It did feel pretty good at the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, you saved Picard, so it was good.
And I'm eternally grateful, my
I don't
dear
really
friend.
remember everything that happens
You
in
were
battle.
glorious.
I mean, there's the red mist and everything, but it feels a bit different this times. I don't know.
It seems there is a little bit of darkness in all of us. And I look to the sky.
Ain't that right? Well, as long as you
the flames.
As long as you channel that power for good, then it's a good thing, right? Right, my friend?
Aye.
Can I have a smoke on the pipe?
Aye, of course, lad. Sounds like a great idea. Here, I'll pass it over.
Thanks. I light it up. I assuming it's the same memory that I had before?
Yeah, I think because it picks your greatest. The memory you had before was
It's me in the concert, like.
in the concert, wasn't it? Yeah, I think at this point it'd be the same.
Yeah. So I smoke it again. And just for fun, just because I just then obviously that's that good memory, and I just like happily just enjoy
lay
watching
back and
it.
let it enjoy it,
Yeah.
and the smoke coming round. Yeah,
We did a good thing, guys. Going around saving lives, gaining trust, shagging queens. I'm enjoying
The
this.
noblest of gestures.
I'm enjoying this little adventure we seem to have found ourselves on.
Well, hopefully we can carry these adventures to the sea, Ghost.
Yeah.
so,
I'm looking forward to seeing her again.
I'm looking forward to bringing some ladies back to it, that is for sure.
Oh, you.
So as you turn in for the evening chaparral, as the dusk comes and the night turns, is Picard, are you taking the watch as you don't
I
sleep?
shall take the watch, yes.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
17.
Okay.
14.
You feel focused. You concentrate. You're near water, which is you find an affinity with that at the moment, and you enjoy just watching the moonlight from the half moon of Selene rippling as the slow wind blows across. And so you'd think back to times, but because you don't remember, you almost begin to construct memories in your mind. You think of the sea ghost. You imagine a small sea ghost on the water, sailing around, and you at the helm. You feel happy and content. And as you watch, the night continues. Scarrick, as you fall into sleep,
Oh shit.
you rest your body.
Oh shit.
Oh dear.
Here comes Moradin.
However, as you fall deeper and deeper, a dream comes to you. You're awake. You're in the swamp, where you are now. Except Thousand Teeth is there, in front of you. You pull your warhammer, and as you go to take the swing, you look and see in your hand. It's not your usual warhammer, with the solid head and the ruby in the bottom. You're holding it different. You're holding two hands around a grip. Around a grip shaped like a dragon's head. And from the dragon's mouth, which forms the guard above your hand, a blade extends that glows like fire. As you swing it down into the crocodile, flames erupt from it over its body, engulfing it, and then evaporating up. There's nothing there anymore. You're not in the swamp. You're surrounded by orange flames. And as you look around, this sword in your hand, the voice says, "Power," before the flames erupt, and you awake. It's morning.
One thing I'll add is while Garrick was sleeping and having his lovely dream, I was going to pull out and play with my.
What? Where are you going with this?
Beg your pardon?
Well, I've got my compass with a little sending stone in, haven't I?
Yeah.
So I was just going to pull it out and just go. Hello? Is anybody there?
You listen closely. It's hard to tell whether it's the sound of the water lapping up onto the rocks below, or if you can possibly hear the ocean coming back through.
Ah, the ocean. Intriguing.
And as you finish listening, Scarrick, how do you awake?
Oh, dragon's den.
Oh, I slept like a baby. Morning, all.
I'm just like dripping with sweat.
I think you laid a little bit close to the fire, Skyrick. You're sweating there, boy.
No. Maybe. Must have been like. Excuse me. I'm just gonna go like wash off in the water.
Yeah.
How was the night, Picard? See anything interesting?
Nothing to report.
Righty-o.
can't wait to get back to a proper bed. It's rough sleeping.
I quite liked sleeping on the rock. An old friend of mine, Paul Walsh, he swears by sleeping on the floor. He loves it.
What a madman he must be.
He was pretty crazy.
Was.
He's dead now.
Yeah.
Poor soul.
Died in an orgy. Couldn't take any more.
It was all a bit too much for him.
Split it
All
open like
filled
a
up.
coconut.
So, as the morning light flickers through the trees, you carve more of your crocodile, which is currently still in okay condition, and you feast for breakfast. The day is yours.
How do we feel about heading back down the riverway and checking out some of these hotspots? There might be some old groups of people that the lizard has killed, and might be some stuff. I don't know. Just putting it out there.
I mean, I suppose.
I am open to exploration. However, I think we must be mindful of the time.
Yeah, of course.
Make sure it does not deviate us too much.
Looking at the map, how long would you think it would roughly take us to work
So
our way
it took
back?
you.
I think it took us 2 hours.
So when you
from...
came, you went to the shallow pool, and then you went to Hellhole, didn't you?
And I
You
think
got
that
there
took
by
2 hours.
midday. So it was like, I'd say half a day to get, like from. Well, I can't remember what time you set off actually.
We set off
It
first
might have
thing
been
in the
2
morning.
hours. Yeah, yeah. So we'll say maybe best part of the morning to get from the base to Hellhole. So you could do it in a day, getting round the river. You'd get back for dusk.
I mean, it'll take a day. I'll clear my schedule.
Yeah, it
may-
makes sense.
I mean,
May as well have a
for,
it'd
look.
probably take some time to talk to the guys anyway, so we could do that in the evening and then head off home in the morning.
Let's go.
Well, off we pop.
Ellie, get on up there. You're UAV. Scout ahead and let us know if there's any trouble.
Ellie, who has spent the evening feasting on the back half of the crocodile, you find her in the morning curled up in this massive like
Wow.
eaten flesh and
Nice.
intestine. She's like laid there and she stretches out.
Oh, Ellie, you are delightfully
Open the
gross. I love it.
This tiny belch comes out, but she flies up. And as she comes up, she dives down and dips just across the water, so the spray comes up and washes her. She flies up and goes ahead of your party.
Can we say that Scarrig was like bathing himself at that point? She like splashes
Yeah.
Scarrig as she goes
Yeah,
past.
yeah, nice. She flies and you follow the river. The first port of call, if you have a look at your maps, is the Darastrix Teeth. So, as you're traveling from Hellhole to here, you're traveling through like rocky terrain with small clumps of trees and hills. You're going up and over obstacles in the way, but it's not too hard a traverse. You can do it relatively easily. You have the crocodile in your bag of holding, so there's no issue with transporting that. And in an hour or so, you make it to where the rocks seem to drop away. At this point, you're high above a flowing chasm. The land at the side of the river is raised, and the base is shallow where it's cut through the rock. You see fast-moving rapids with slower channels in places around large, jagged rocks that protrude from the water. The river is currently around 20 feet below you, and you see, from where you're stood, the rock face plunges straight to the waterline with no shore.
Does it look like there's anything around that may hold items of interest?
What's everyone's passive perception? Just so I can get that down.
14.
Wow.
Passive perception.
I have
think
12.
it's-
14.
Where is it on your character sheet?
13.
On the left, middle left.
Yeah, 13 for me.
13. So you're around like 13, 14.
How am I the most
Obviously, yours is a bit
perceptive?
higher.
I don't know.
They're always
No,
trying
it's-
to run a scam, isn't they? So
Yeah, that's it. So you look around the area. There's
I am an
nothing
expert
that
in it, to
really
be fair.
takes your interest. It's a sheer-sided cliff face into a fast-moving river. You can see the water is quite clear here, and you can see small shoals of fishes moving up. However, nothing of real interest here.
Fish or fishes?
I think I said fishes, didn't I?
Yep.
What are you going to do about it? In this world, they're called fishes, okay? You're literally a devil. You're a half devil humanoid. I don't think fishes is too far out the realm of normality.
So there's nothing like of obvious interest.
No, not in this place.
Let's keep going.
You push down, the land slowly begins to come back down to where the river is now by your side. After the rapids, it's running larger, wider, and slower as it twists its way through the rock. The next area you get to is a dense area of forest. As you're walking along the riverbank, you find the trees begin to close in around you. It's a different feel to the larger, flat, sort of marshland, and it's cooler from the sun. You walk through, you see there is small trails leading into the forest here and there, signs of animals that are coming from the woods to the river. Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
One, I'm looking for any
Tracks
signs of
or-
trouble.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I guess like tracks or stuff, yeah.
If you're being aware of ambush, then make a perception check to see how you're doing as a party. You can do a group check.
Perception,
Yeah.
16.
16.
A dice tree.
5.
5. Styles. What do you get for your perception?
I thought I said I check. I actually remember now. Let me check one sec.
It'll be on your log. We got 16, 16, and 5
Star's
so
got
far.
9.
Oh, 9, yeah,
9.
it was low.
That's all right. So while Styles and Pike are more interested in just following the river and at this point possibly just getting back, you have two. You're looking and seeing these trails and sort of assessing them a bit more. After a short time of walking through the forest, you do see one that looks different. It's larger, wider across than an animal trail, and bushes and trees, although they seem to have grown back over, seem to have been pushed back or moved back at some point. It leads deeper into the forest.
You getting this, Ozzy?
Should we pursue it
Do you
for?
think it is?
I guess
Looks big.
it could be the tracks of the alligator.
You gentlemen, all right?
I think there's
Oh.
something going deeper into the forest here.
I say we pursue it a little bit. See what we find.
Ozzy's not one to be afraid to go deeper.
I enjoy
So-
the deeper, the better.
So,
Let's
Right,
get
lads,
deep.
calm down now, calm down. Come on. Right,
Let's
come on,
just
you,
remember last
let's
time
follow the tracks
Ozzy
quickly
went-
now.
Can't
The last
hear you,
time Ozzy went
Styles.
off-
You need to keep up. Start walking off.
You bastard. And I'd just start walking behind.
after a short time, you're currently walking in single file along here because it's not that wide. There is larger trees on either side and bushes and shrubs. However, after a short time, the trail seems to lead to a larger tree. This tree is at least 6 feet across. It seems to be 3 or 4 trees connected together and entwined that raise up to a large canopy above. As you search around it and explore, you see a tight gap between 2 of the trunks that seems to lead deeper inside.
Oh, I found like a little cavern.
A wee nook. A wee cranny. Let's have a look at the wee cranny, shall we, Ozzy?
Let's get in the crack.
Who's trying to squeeze in? Anyone who tries to fit, I need an acrobatics or athletics check to see if you can get through.
Well, you're
Catch me out.
small, but you're fat, I guess.
I'm not
Chunky.
going in there.
Not necessarily fat, I'm just muscly and odd shaped.
Stocky.
So yeah, but
Hey, he's
yeah,
not fat, okay?
Yeah, that's, I don't. You know what I mean? Just like
just big
stocky, and you
bone.
got your big plate mail and plate armor,
Male.
plate mail.
Mr. Styles, do you want to have a wee look in this
Go on, Styles.
field?
This is right up your street. Get in there. Tell me what you find.
Was it you, son of a? Okay, so I'll take my cloak off. So I'm
Son of a
bit
tiefling is what you're looking for.
So,
So I
What
need
do you need?
acrobatics or athletics check, please.
let
Whichever's
me
your
try and
highest.
find them.
I think they'll be on your skills.
Acrobatics it is, and it is shock horror. It's 11.
11.
No,
okay.
no, I will use a look and I'll reroll.
Just give him a kick.
It's natural 20
Yeah.
plus 6, 26.
There he is.
So first, as you try and push your way in, what I say for how it plays out is you try it first with your cloak on, but find it's just snagging on some of the branches. You come out, take your cloak off. It's like you've lost like 20 pounds, and you just glide right in. As you get inside and pushed round the corner of this trunk, there is a 4 foot by 4 foot alcove, which you have to sort of hunker down a little bit into. It's maybe 5 foot high. The floor's dry. It's a mixture of sawdust and dry bark. Around the alcove, you see. Do you have dark vision?
No.
There's a little bit of light coming in. I'll say there's enough to make out.
Light
There's a
a
few
torch.
small shells. Yeah, you could light a torch if you wish.
I've
But
got
you're
a
inside a
lantern.
tree.
I light the lantern.
Okay. So with your lantern, as you look around, it picks out smaller shells that have been carved into the wood, and the trunks that now entwine here. On the floor, there's the remains of a once-used bedroll, and at its base a small leather bag. Look inside.
So it's abandoned, yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 foot by
Yeah.
4 foot. There's nothing in here apart from you.
Yeah, so I'll just shout back. It looks like it's some type of abandoned camp, and yeah, rummage through the bag.
It's the
I'll-
booty.
like-
Check for booty.
You look through the small bag, and there is long, decayed remains of 2 ration packs. At this point, most of it is just dry, and you just see some of the cloth wraps that you recognise from a ration pack. There is a water skin that is dry, but as you sniff it, it smells slightly of alcohol. There's also a selection of simple clothes and simple leathers and dark cottons. They seem to be the size, as you hold them up, of a halfling. If you'd like to investigate further, I need to make an investigation check.
If there's a ring or a glowy sword.
Fucking hell. 5.
Look.
5.
Look.
I'll use a look.
It's the worst rogue ever.
You are getting really
Oh,
bad
there you
rolls.
go. 18.
18. Okay. So you look at the scenario in front of you, and being a rogue yourself, you recognise some of the cottons. Perhaps this could be a similar sort of person, a hideout maybe. And you know from having hideouts yourself and being around this sort of environment, there's always something hidden somewhere. So you move the bedroll, you move some of the sawdust around, and after a short time, you find a small hidden hole underneath the bedroll, which has a rock placed on top and dirt brushed over it. As you lift the rock up, you find a white horn, capped at both ends with decorated gold, and tied around the horn is a piece of purple cloth. It looks
So
like
do I know what it is? Do I recognise it? Or?
it looks like a decanter. You can see it's cork. It's got cork at one end, but it's very ornate. It's
If I shake it, does it make a sloshy noise?
yeah. So you shake it and the stopper's in, and it does slosh left and right
How do I shake it, Paul?
like this.
Nice.
In your hand, it weighs around 2 pounds.
I guess yes. I've put it in my bag. Is it?
Okay. Yeah, you squeeze back out the hole.
Yeah.
What'd you find, Styles?
Just this decanter, and
A
I show
decanter.
them.
Wow.
It's quite shiny.
You want me to?
Is it glowing purple?
You want me to?
Is it enchanted?
What?
I'm not coming
I
through,
don't know
am I?
what it is.
You?
Is it glowing purple?
Hey,
Is it is it enchanted?
Is it glowing purple?
Like,
it wouldn't
like I
glow
said,
purple,
sort
would
of.
it?
Oh
Oh.
shit! I'm just making a joke. Like, is it fucking something for Aussie to look at?
Oh, all right.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. No, yeah,
Is it magic?
I was gonna suggest that I can identify that for you if you'd like.
Yeah, if you.
I'm
if you
sure I
choose
could do, and like, go for a swig.
Um, I use identify on it.
Okay. And as you do, you hold it in your hand for a few
So my
minutes as you
eyes roll
sit
back and like
back up to the tree.
muttering some like arcane words that you can't quite hear or understand properly.
You identify it as a decanter of endless water.
Oh shit!
If you'd like to look that up, or I can tell you. I'll tell you what it does,
Is that
and
what it
then you
sounds
can add it
like?
to your inventory, whoever takes. So you can use an action if you're in combat, obviously, to remove the stopper and speak one of three command words, whereupon an amount of fresh water or salt water of your choice pours out the flask. The water stops pouring out at the start of your next turn. You have the following options: stream, which produces 1 gallon of water; fountain, which produces 5 gallons of water; and geyser, which produces 30 gallons of water that gushes forth
Fucking
in a
geezer
geyser.
comes out.
A geyser
You
30
fucking
foot
watch
long
so fucking everywhere.
and 1 foot wide. As a bonus action, while holding the decanter, you can aim the geyser at a creature you can see within 30 feet. Target must succeed in a DC 13 strength saving throw or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone.
That's pretty cool. My eyes
So
come back.
hypothetically, if there was some type of if there was some type of say, like forge on a ship, you could extinguish it with said water.
Oh,
Shit,
yeah.
son.
Yeah, I guess you could.
My
Yeah.
eyes come back around like, wow, this is a decanter of endless water. And, well, watch. And I remove the cap and I point it away from us. And I use the
Oh,
command word to make a fucking full on gush.
Gosh. Okay.
She's gushing.
So you say it, all of a sudden this huge
She
torrent of
Danny Dyer
water
comes
blows!
running out.
blasts
Yeah.
out 30 feet. And as it does, it's knocking down small bushes and trees. You just see them all held back.
And I like put the stopper back on and look around. I'm like, oh shit!
Wow.
It's like a super
Oh,
soaker.
he's something. Hey.
Yeah, you can control the amount of water that comes out of it, and whether it's fresh or salt water. This is pretty good fan, Mr. Styles.
Thank you, Ozzy, and I
Could come in handy for the group.
put it into my bag, and I put my cloak back on.
Okay.
And I tell him that I found a bedroll. Looks like a halfling's staying here. He's probably got gobbled up by the crocodile.
Could be. Well, let's head on, I guess.
Hey.
The last place on the
Remember
map is the shallow pools, which you pass. You did come here actually on the first time as
Yeah,
well.
we did,
These were the
yeah.
large cratered pools with the mounds around. Wish to investigate any further, or
Yeah, may as well just have a
have a little
look
look.
about.
so you come in at this point. You do, as you come up to it, it's possibly around just after midday by now, if you've done all the travelling around. You do scare away some small rabbits who are drinking at the hole as you
Fuck you, rabbits!
enter. And yeah, it's fairly tranquil at the moment. The pools are reflecting the sun today, which is out. The grasses and shoots around the edges, blowing in a steady wind.
Can I go to each of? Oh, I don't know how many pools there are, but like a handful of the pools and like sort of look in, see if there's anything
Yeah.
in there.
You look in and you see they're varying in size. Some are shallow enough where you can see the base and you see just the earth, mud underneath. Some a bit deeper and you can't quite see the bottom. As you go past these large mounds of dirt, there's 8 of them around these pools. You do hear a slight buzzing as you get near.
Well, like a bee buzz, an insect buzz, or
Yeah, it's like a.
well, I don't like the sound of that.
Ooh.
Where did you say it's coming from? Exactly, sorry.
So, this scene, there's a series of pools out around, and in between the pools are these large towers of dirt.
Oh, okay, right.
Some around 4 feet tall, some like even 6 feet as tall as yourself. And as you get close, as you're edging around these pools and going past them, you just hear some noises coming from inside them.
I back off a bit.
Rocket one.
Yeah, I guess I don't reckon it's not something I've come across before.
I don't think you'll have been in this environment.
Okay. I back off and I say, "There's some buzzing coming out of them mounds of dirt. Probably not good. Should we just carry on,
Maybe we should move on then.
We should ignore those.
or should we
yes.
throw the dwarf into them?"
I'd like to see a try, pal.
Yeah, I'm not very strong. That won't happen.
So,
Right, on we go.
carry on, leaving the pools behind. In the
Love
midday
you,
heat,
Oh, yeah.
your pack is beginning to smell.
I go to like pick you up and like, oh, you heavy
Just laugh.
bastard.
Yeah, the bag of holding is beginning to smell ever so slightly, and you do see, as you leave the scene, a couple of small flies come from the mound and hover around the bag a little bit. Make your way back, and as the sun begins to come into the evening or the afternoon sky, you see the mound of the lizard folk lair in front of you.
Well, let's go give this.
Right before it fucking rots. Thinking.
I'm a bit sick of this fucking place now. I just want to go home. I want a pub, nice warm tavern, some proper drinks,
I did say we could have been there already.
and some easier women.
You head again through the north entrance.
Yeah,
You say north, the one at the top.
avoid the dragon entrance.
So you come back in and you're greeted by the guards who, at this point, there's a scale shield with them who addresses you and you explain who you are. And he takes you to the queen. She is in her throne room, sat on the chair once more. And as you enter, she looks to you and a smile at first comes on her face. She's happy to see that you've come back. However, she sort of looks across and she says, You have returned, but you carry nothing. What happened? And around her, there's a couple of scale shield guards. There's a few people in this room, some soldiers training, and next to her is Sareve as well.
As you found out a couple of nights ago, we are able to hide rather large things in tight places. And I turn to Styles to point at the bag.
Hurry up. We're doing this joke style. Get a headache.
I'll open the bag and from the snout first I pull the crocodile and like displaying it as I pull it out.
As he pulls it out, I also like, Zelda when you find
Yeah, like that.
Or
Yeah,
is it when you open a chest or whatever? I like do that on the
yeah,
guitar, like.
nice. As you pull out this head, a few of the common folk and soldiers who are in the room gasp a little at this sight. You've pulled out this huge crocodile's head. The queen, however, her
Completely
smile
regular
broadens.
head.
It's big that I'm okay.
I think they're
It
bigger
kills a
than the
lot of
actual
people.
fucking thing.
They're not 10 feet.
You said 8
I think
feet.
you said the scale shield was 10 feet, didn't you?
I don't know. Anyway, they're not large. You pull it out.
10 feet fishes!
And a smile comes across her face. You did it. You did it. And she comes down from the throne, and she comes up to you, Ozzy, at the front, and she puts her arms around you and gives you this huge hug.
Oh,
And then she moves on to each of you, and you feel her scaly skin brushing against yours. And then she picks up the head. No longer will he kill my people. She turns to one of the scale shields at the throne. Take this. Prepare it. She passes it to him. And he sort of lumbers out with it through the door. She moves back to the throne. Sits. Come. Come. Ushers you forward. You have surprised me. When you first came, I did not think you would complete the challenges. I did not think you would succeed.
I think
I had my doubt.
we surprised ourselves, to be honest. We've learned quite a few things about us.
Yes. Your bond is strong. You remind me of kin.
Who's that?
Pardon?
I just elbow him in the stomach.
Oh.
Shut up.
She says, hear it by all. But she stands and addresses the room. The bond with the lizard folk and the humans is complete.
And tieflings.
And she bows her head to you.
And dwarves.
We will send 2 people to Saltmarsh with you, and they will talk to the council.
Oh shit, really? Okay.
Yes. 2 of my close guard.
What, do they speak common?
Yes.
That will definitely help.
Yes.
Or are
They
these snarly motherfuckers over here? Because that won't help.
said, yes, they are the scale shield. And she ushers to the guard. You know from these are the ones who speak more common and seem more intelligent.
It's not the old guy who sounds like he's about to collapse and die at any second.
And Sarif says, no, not
Oh,
me.
just save it. Just
Stay
save
with
it. You're
the
gonna die, man. Save your energy.
Yes, I will.
I guess kill wounds.
She said, please, wait here one moment. And she leaves and goes past one of the guard coming with her. And after around 15 minutes of just sort of waiting in the throne room, she comes back. She has a small box in her hand. And also she has something in her other hand. She comes. This is a gesture. This will seal our bond. Please, kneel before me.
I was gonna. It's usually the other way around, but yeah, all right.
And as you do, you all kneel.
Why?
Yeah,
She raises her claw and
I reluctantly kneel. I'm making a lot of jokes, but it's for anyone who knows Ozzy, it's because he's like a bit awkward around the situation, like because he is still reeling in the fact that they just give up their fucking younglings to a dragon. Like that's really not sat well with him.
So she comes to you first, Ozzy, and she kneels down in front of you, and then puts around your neck.
Watch the horns.
Formed of twine. She does she gets over quite gracefully, and on the end of the necklace is a large tooth, one of the teeth from Thousand Teeth, which has just been freshly removed
Oh,
and cleaned.
damn. It's a regular
It's-
alligator tooth. Well, how
Sits about this
kind.
large in your hand. She then stands, nods, and moves on to the next one. For each of you, she gives you this necklace. And then she turns and picks up the box. This is a gift for all of you. Please. She extends it forward.
Do you want
Guess
to
I'll
Take it.
take it then.
want to do the honors?
You take it
Thank you very much.
and you
Thank
open it
you.
up. Inside is a small red amulet covered with bumps and ridges. It sits probably around this large in your palm, and it's on another fine bit of twine. She says, "This was found many moons ago by a band of my warriors. It has been with the clan, as the shaman felt it had power. Simoanu has shone on with you today, so you should have this now.
you, Queen.
I will arrange for my
What
people.
is it?
I'll
I do not
pass
know.
it to you in a bit, Ozzy. Hold on.
I only know it has power. That is why we did not get rid of it.
It's very
Listen.
kind of you, my queen.
You have done us a service, and you will always be welcome here. And in our true home, when we win it back.
I was gonna say, you only got a month left. Needs to be out of here.
Time
We
will
have a
be
map
short.
of where that is.
No, they haven't told you the location of the true home yet.
You say about it. Where is your true home exactly? That detail appears to have been lost on us.
It is further up the coast, but when it is time to move, we will move together. All of us.
You have my hammer.
Thank you.
And my weird hand.
My dick.
Oh.
Yes, well, two of those things may be useful.
Oh.
She says, "My guard will be ready in the morning to leave for Saltmarsh with you. You may rest here one more eve."
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Now, I must brief them and get them ready. And she asks for you to leave.
That seemed to go pretty well, didn't it, boys?
So can you do your little trick with the thing in the box and see what it is?
Right, here we go. Ozzy.
No, I'm pretty tired. But I can do it first thing in the morning if you like.
Aye, I'll chuck
Yeah.
it to you.
You do feel as you hold it, from those of you who have attuned to items before, like you, Scarrick, you recognise this item wants to try and bond.
As he chucks it to me, then I would like, being a magic wielder, I would sort of feel that sort of surge towards it.
Yeah, you feel it's not just a normal amulet.
And I would wear it and sleep with it on for the evening and maybe attune to it. Just
Yeah, I think you
'cause
just
why
spent
not?
time with it to attune, don't you?
Why not? Yeah.
So,
The
as you
amulet of
rest,
death, it kills the wearer.
Well, that's the risk Oz is willing to take.
If one wakes up with it in the morning, they instantly die.
Maybe I'll turn into a lizard.
The amulet of micro penis.
No.
so you rest in the barracks, and in the early morning, Theoden comes, wakes you. Ozzy, you've slept with this amulet now. You've felt it on your chest, and as you awake, your hand goes to it, and as you look at it, it opens. the front of it, not like an amulet, is an eye. And the skin peels back, this red bumpy skin peels back to reveal a bright green eye in the center. As
Bumpy
you
skin peels back.
as you look at the eye and concentrate, all of a sudden you see yourself
Leslie's looking at me.
looking at it. And you see the room behind you,
I
and as
really
you
need to see a doctor.
move your hand, your vision is coming from the eye.
Oh shit.
Right,
You
Ozzy's got a fucking perv cam.
think about it. You think about it, and the eye shuts, and your vision reverts back to you. If you'd like to add it to your inventory, it's called a
My
Beholder's
third
Amulet.
eye.
I think it exists. If not, I'll have to make it.
Beholder's eye.
Beholder's Amulet.
Oh, beholder's.
It might not exist actually. It might be homebrew.
Yeah, it doesn't come up on the thing.
Okay, so if you add it into your inventory, I can tell you what it does.
Yeah, I could Google it. Yeah, it's a amulet of the beholder.
Yeah, so when attuned, it opens to reveal a bright green eye, and the user can see through it within 30 feet. What this one does.
Say that again, Paul.
So basically, you can look through the eye within a 30-foot range of it being around you. So you could leave it, move 30 feet, and you could see through it. That makes sense.
It's like a cam.
Little spy
Wi-Fi
cam,
cam.
30-foot spy cam. I after like trying that, I'm like, well, after spending a night with this, I've discovered it appears to be a third eye, and
We've all seen your third eye, for God's sake.
well, it's
Ozzy,
the
stop making
fourth eye
jokes.
then. So you can look. I close my eyes, and then the eye opens on that. I'm like, look
And I
around.
punch my fist really closely to it.
Well, it's close. It's like a fisheye lens. Be careful. It's real weird. Yeah, you can see through this, and I guess it has like a limited range, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hey, could come in handy.
Anyone want? I'm currently attuned to it, but does anyone else want it? I don't mind.
I mean,
I can hold on to it.
maybe
if you want.
Styles could have it because he's more stealthy. He may be more likely to have it in a position to
Well,
sneak around and place it.
I have had a thought. Because I can sort of pass things through walls
And you
with
pass
my
objects through.
ghost hand, maybe I could use it to peep into a room.
As you say that,
Has he been able to pass an object through? Holding.
no.
I think how we did it was you can put your arm through and then you can make it solid on the other side, so you can pick up stuff on the other side. But
Oh, yeah,
currently,
I can't
you've
pull
never
it
tried putting anything through.
As you say, peep
Peep.
through it, something like clicks in Aussie, and he's like, "Oh wait, no, I won't mind just hanging on to this for a little bit. I can find some uses for this."
No, Ozzy, I think it's best you give it over.
Yeah, I'd like tuck it into my top. Right, we're going. If any of us needs it for like a mission or something, we can like share it. But let's go. I'll start packing up my things to go.
And as
You're not. It's not going to be like that night, is it? When you found the mirror and you were bent over it, you know. You're not doing that again, are you? I told you, it's fine. You don't need to look there.
Look, I had a real bad itch and it
You've
felt
just-
bumpy.
well,
I needed to know what it
tail as well.
was.
Do you have a tail?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Maybe you're trying to see where the tail connects. What is it between
I'd
the tail
slept
and
with
the
a
ass?
rather dirty wench that night, and I was all itchy afterwards. I had to see what was left down there.
Oh god.
Right. Let's. If we're working up, aren't we? Right.
Yeah,
I suppose
so-
we'll go find our tour guides.
Well, as you pack up the stuff, you hear a knock at the door, and Theo opens it. Good morning. I have brought your companions. Come on, come on. And two lizard scale folks enter. Scale shield lizard folk. They're tall, brawny, similar to the rest that you've seen, but currently they're wearing packs. They have their shields with them and their spear, but they have large packs on their back with bedrolls and equipment. One
Hello.
of them. Good morning. I am Groot, and this is Kapesk.
Are you taking the
To what?
piss?
No, we
It's
come
nice
to the
to meet you
council.
both.
Are you taking a piss?
I'm going to call you Jordan and
Yes.
Jethro.
I
We are
like those
taking
names
Kapesk.
better.
He will come. Are you
Jordan and
ready?
Jethro it is. Yes, let's go, Jethro.
And as you begin to move out, Theo just sort of, I just wanted to say thank you. It's not often, and he sort of fiddles with his like clothes a little. It's not often I get chance to practice my languages, and it's 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 just been nice.
Oh God.
He begins to cry a little.
Oh
as
God,
he's,
Theo, come on, man.
it's, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Look, it's been an absolute pleasure having you accompany us and
Yes.
help us.
What was I help?
And I must say, you've been an absolute pleasure to talk to. No issues, understanding at all.
Yeah, your comment is
Amazing
pretty
work.
damn good. I'll give you that.
Oh, oh, I my mother will be so proud if she was still here. Uh, uh, the best journey to you, and come again soon. Won't you?
Well,
We will.
I would
We will
like
be
to think
regular visitors.
that after a month you will be long gone out of this dragon's clutches and heading home.
Yes,
So we
I
won't.
hope so.
So next time we cross paths, I very much hope that it is in your ancestral home and you are all in a happier place.
I can show you where I learnt my languages.
That won't be
Maybe
necessary.
next time, aye. You can show us all 27 of those letters on the wall, lad.
Yes, yes. Well,
Good.
good journey to you,
I hand him a folded piece of
friends.
paper and I say to him, you know, if you're ever feeling down or alone or you just miss us, here's something to remember us by.
He takes it and instantly opens it, and I presume he sees a flyer with your face on.
Yep.
Yep. He looks at it and
With
he
an
goes,
autograph.
I will treasure this with all my heart. He holds it. Goodbye, Mr. Men.
Bye, Theo.
The guards
It's a good name,
take you
Scary.
out, and the Queen meets you at the north entrance. Farewell, friends. Next time we meet, it will be on the battlefront.
Oh, did we commit to that?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Aye. No, he's joking, of course.
We
I
will
hope
be
you will
there.
be there. But perhaps not. When you see us again, we will be home.
I hope so.
I'll be right back. 1 sec, sorry.
Sorry, we'll have a quick break. Okay. So,
Styles, you've got the that water bottle. What was it called? Like the never-ending water bottle.
Decanter of endless water.
Decanter. And I've got that amulet at the minute.
Yes.
So, because that's not on D&D Beyond,
Hmm.
obviously I can just add it into it, can't I?
Yeah. Just add it in and stick a
Custom
description
item.
on it. So, you leave the lair, heading back across the marshes. For the sake of brevity, we will fast track the travel. You manage to move relatively easily with the lizard folk helping.
Mm.
They chat with you along the journey. It's about a day and a half's travel to get back to town. They chat with you along the journey and say how they're impressed with the impact you've made in the lair, and the common folk are talking about it and how you saved the eggs. They also talk about how you got the coalimp to come on side, and just that the general attitude towards like humans and what they see as humanoids has improved. They're pleased that at least some of them are pleased that they will be fighting alongside you and your kind. Um, yeah, you travel through the.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
So
You
you travel across the marsh, and then I presume you make base where you did last time up on the hill.
Yeah, overlooking
Yeah.
that tower.
When
Yeah.
there's just us together, just outside of the lizard folk,
Mm-hmm.
do you think it's worth one or two of us going ahead just to tell tell them we're coming and we're bringing two of the lizard folk and they're friendly and that, so there's no don't see them coming over and call out the guard or anything?
I mean, given how paranoid some
Yeah,
members of
that's
that council were, I think they're going to bring out the guard regardless of what we say at first.
think we'd be fine, don't worry.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
They know us.
I got a bad feeling about the. Okay.
So you camp up on the hill as night turns on the first day of travel.
Hold on.
Um,
Do I need to bring something up that's I shouldn't?
Oh, we don't know if you
Where's
don't
the
say.
dragon?
What, you mean Ellie?
ooh, that's a good point. Yeah. So I presume she flew away when you went back to the lair.
Yep.
You're now traveling with lizard folk. Do you want her with you, or
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
Let it go away.
um, I mean, I forgot about that because it's me, but I'm pretty sure Ozzy
yeah,
would be a little bit more on it.
yeah,
So I would suggest that she just sort of follows us and keeps to the sky.
yeah? You can communicate with her enough to just tell her to keep a distance and
Yeah. I mean, I can have
make her way back to Saltmarsh.
full on communications with her. Yeah, I'd just tell her to just sort of like keep a bit of distance, but don't stray too far. Just look after yourself. So, I mean, she's been looking after herself most of the time anyway, hasn't she? She
Has
is a
she? Or has she had the real good care of a lizard folk owner?
no.
Who will ever know? Because you killed him. Um,
Um, but yeah, she's a little fucking dragon. She can look after herself in the wild. I think most wild things would be scared of her. But yeah, yeah, she'd be. I wouldn't have her like draped around my neck just for fear in case they recognised her.
yeah. Okay. So she flies high and fends for herself on the way back. You camp on the hill. Anything you wish to do, or just carry on the journey?
I would just look over
Just trying
the wizard's tower
Okay.
ruins and just.
I say at this point, because you'll be traveling day this time, whereas before you're traveling at night. You get a clearer view across down the slopes and towards the ocean, and you do see what you can now make out to be the wreckage of a tower. You see half a spiral step that extends into the sky, but because the land sort of comes down and slowly rolls into the sea, it's quite prominent. You can see, even from this distance, there is growth on the tower. There is trees and branches that stick out from the rock, and it is almost fully rubble except a tall set of stairs that spirals up.
Could I
I'll put it
maybe
on the map.
stand with Aussie out there? Or is that far away? Sorry.
It's far away, yeah. So currently
I'll just.
on the map, you're like up on the crest of this hill, and you come down towards the river here. So it's like a good what's the hex on here?
Like an hour or something, right?
10 leagues. Of course,
Oh,
it's
no,
in
it's
leagues.
If I find myself just sitting with Aussie at
No,
some point in the
10
night.
leagues is like the big hex. You're thinking of it's a sub
Oh
hex.
yeah. Sorry. Subhex is 750 yards.
7,500 yards.
Yeah, 7,500 yards.
That's like.
I'm gonna convert it.
What is this, the
To
80s?
be fair, when it was written, what do you want it in meters?
Yeah.
Oh, 6 kilometers, 6,800 meters. So
That's
just short of
7
7K.
kilometers.
So you can't make out detail. You can just see there's something sticking up from the land, and you can tell it's broken brick in the tree.
I would like to visit that one day.
That'd be a nice walk up there sometime.
You made a history check on the way, didn't you?
I think so. Well, I don't know
know,
anything about
didn't
it.
we already
So.
identify that tower? I knew something about it, I feel.
Yeah. You knew it
It was
was
just
once
like
a
a
wizard's
folly or
tower, I
something, was it?
think.
A wizard's tower. Oh,
Yeah.
didn't we go there?
No.
No, yeah.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that something
been.
else?
You're thinking of the last campaign.
We saw it as we were walking up. I
Yeah.
remember we saw it.
According to the map, it's the Tower of Menopause.
Listen, Ozzy, I know I'm being a bit different recently, and
You seem a
I
bit.
just want you to know that I still love you, and it's for you.
What's for me?
You know, me changing. I feel I want to be more, one of the guys with,
Scary.
with
Scary.
you.
My man, you've always been one of the guys. I've known you years. You've followed us, followed the band for, been on many a tour. You've always been one of the guys. You've always been a little bit square,
Aye, I know.
but that's your style. What are you talking about, man? What's changed
I
since
want you to know I care.
I know you
Okay.
care, man. I know you care.
Good.
You're like a brother to me.
You'd be more of a father, but yeah.
Well, yeah, you are old as shit. But I see you like a brother. And
Arms.
to be honest, you know, yeah, I mean, you're the only one left now, so,
You never really talk much about your family.
well, my family was the band. I didn't know as you know, I didn't know my real family growing up in the orphanage. But,
Aye, I didn't know that.
you do know that.
Wait, just.
Yeah, the band was my family, but given how that how that ended, well,
I'll always be here.
I need you, man. You are my only family now.
Good. Let's get some sleep.
All right.
You know, just I don't know if it's happening to us all, but I've been having dreams. You had any dreams?
Wet or dry?
Aye.
No, nothing out of the ordinary. No. Why, you having...
Aye.
Well, we all have dreams, man. It's just dreams. Don't mean anything.
Where? The last one. There was a sword. Could have sworn it was Dragon's Temper.
Dragon's Temper. Do I know that?
I don't think you would. You make a history check if you want. It's going to be quite high, though. It's not really your area of expertise.
Yeah, and the roll follows that. That's an 8.
Yeah. You don't know.
Dragon's Temper. What's that?
It's more of a myth, really. But it looks so real. Like I knew it could be real. You know?
Is this like a legend among metal
Aye.
workers? Like, oh, there's this really special sword that everyone strives for.
Something like that. Aye.
Because we have similar thing, in the musician world, there are some instruments of like great power and mystique. But they're just legend. I think there's like 7 of them. What are they called? I can't remember. But there's 7 instruments that are like, have magic abilities. Does it have magic abilities?
Aye. Aye, it does. But yeah, like I said, it's probably just myth, and battle kind of gets you revved up. Maybe you think of crazy things.
Well, you know
but
that. I mean, you've been fighting all your life. Get that big burst of adrenaline, and then it's difficult to shake it off, and it kind of trips you out a little bit. You start hallucinating. It's just, look, man, it's just a dream. It's just dreams. They don't mean anything.
Probably. Well, speaking of dreams, let's go make some.
Aye, and Scarrick. I just put my arm on his shoulder, and I was like, "Come on, man, don't let all this get to you. You're one of the strongest. In fact, you are the strongest man I know.
Thank you.
You look out for me, and I appreciate that. But come on, don't let all this get the better of you. You've certainly dealt with a lot worse than what we've been doing. It was just a regular fucking alligator, man. Just normal size. I don't know what she was on about. So,
Well, you've seen the power. Maybe I'm just getting stronger.
just embracing it, man. Just embrace that power.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Well.
Nothing bad will happen.
Good chatting. Good night, Ozzy.
All right, my man. Good night.
You rest, and morning comes. Uneventful. And you make your way back to Saltmarsh. As you get to the gates, the sun is high in the sky. You approach. The lizard folk say, do you think it will be okay, the meeting? The Queen has said there may be tension.
I would expect tension from some of the council.
This
But-
one guy in particular. It was a massive fucking prick. So, okay, what's his name? Where is it gone? Anders. Anders? Was it Anders who was being a dick to
Yeah.
them? Yeah, Anders. The young guy. Just try to be cool and don't rub him up the wrong way.
But it is important that you remember not to be offended if these people seem frightened. They are merely ignorant and afraid.
Indeed. Oh, and
Well spoken, Mr. Spygard.
don't spoken with grace and elegance as always, Mr. Packard. Also, maybe try not to mention the bit about giving your fucking babies to a dragon. I think we all need to make an agreement
Mention
not to
any
mention that.
dragons.
Okay.
No dragons.
No dragons.
More lying. Okay, right.
Well, I know, but this is for the betterment of everyone involved, Scarrick, to be fair. We don't want to start a war now, do we? If one little white lie stops a war, I think that's worth it.
And they make their way with you to the game.
Make the way with us to the gate.
The gates are open. It is day, and there are a few carts passing. As you go, they pass slowly, and then as they get by, you see a couple of the drivers just and start speeding up as they move away from and realize what's in your party. You get to the gates, and it's clear as you arrive, and two guards are on there. Halt! Who goes there? They look out.
The Mr. Man. We've
Scarrick?
returned.
Ozzy? Oh, it's you.
Aye. We're back.
You
Got
recognise the guard
visitors.
that'd seen you leave a few days before. Oh, we didn't think you were coming back. You've been gone 4 days.
Right, well, we kind of had to, do a proper mission, so we talked to them, and here are our friends. They've come back to
Bloody hell!
negotiate.
And he sort of goes to his sword.
No, they're not. They're harmless. They're friends. They
And-
won't harm anyone.
Gurut puts his hand on your shoulder and steps in front of you. It is okay. We come as allies. And he sort of puts his hand on this guy's shoulder, he's towering above him, this huge lizard folk, a scale shield on his other arm. Friend. And the guys look like, yeah, friend. You better go. The council. You better
Aye,
see the council.
That's where we're going.
Right.
Maybe just a quick stop in the pub for a drink.
I don't think we should take the lizards for a drink.
You ever had claw
They
wine?
turn and say, drink? What is drink?
Oh, you'd love it.
Maybe after the meeting with the council.
What time is it? Oh, it's like daytime, isn't it? So,
Yeah, it's sort of starting afternoon. So,
yeah, we'll just.
Can we take the? I'm going to nip up and give this pelt to the leather worker because I'm carrying this bag and it's really starting to smell now.
Okay. So, are you just doing that yourself while the others go to the council, or are you just taking them there as a party?
Well, it's on the way, so we'll take it and then.
Yeah. So, you come down to the main crossroads where the barracks are and turn. Let's get the bearing of this map.
And
East.
left.
Yeah, turn left and head towards the Kjorna's level works. The lizard folk follow behind. You get this area of the road's quite quiet. You see a few people in the field look up and just stop working, leaning on their tools.
Would
as
they
they're
have
holding
cloaks on? Maybe they just look a bit more inconspicuous, or
They are wearing travelling clothes.
Mm.
Yeah. I think at this point that they've got their heads down. They're not really.
Mm.
You could tell them to put their heads up if you wish.
no?
If you
I'm
think
not
it would be
bothered.
better. They got their heads down. A few people in the field just stop and lean on their hose and just look across. But you make your way to the level works. There's people milling about. You see people tanning hide outside in large vats of. I think they used to tan it in piss, didn't they? I'm not sure. They're tanning hides anyway.
Fucking
And you
stinks
see
round here.
Kiorna moving about. She walks you as you come in. The first person she looks at is you, Picard. She comes up. "Ah, how's the arm going? She comes and she begins to look at it and just observing her work. such good condition. How have you found it?
Well, I see it's rather splendid, and it's it makes me look quite dashing, and
Yes, yes.
yeah, it's pretty badass when I drop
And
it down and kill
the
things with my
action,
hand.
the action works.
Oh, like a slippery dream.
I knew it. Knew it would. I knew it would. And then she turns and sees these giant lizard folks behind.
Packard's dreams are slippery.
And she says,
Paycat doesn't dream.
"Oh,
Exactly.
uh, who are you?"
These are some friends of ours, Jordan and Jethro.
They nod. They're like, "We are friend." And she says, "Oh, right then. Well, we coming for business or pleasure?"
Yes, we've on our travels we came across this, and I get the bag of holding and I open it, and as I'm taking it out, I clumsily drop it, and it just rolls out on the floor in front of her.
You hear this big thud as this. You didn't fully clean it. You cut it well, but it's still a little bit of the old flesh on the inside. It's still a little bit needs a bit of work, but it just slumps and a few bits of liquid spill out from either side. Bloody hell! She picks it up, begins to stretch it out, like laying it out in the courtyard. Where the hell did you get this?
We got it from it was average size, really.
This, have you ever heard the legend of the thousand
Two
tooth?
teeth.
No, this is some animal, and
You might want to roll a history
you've
check.
managed to. You've managed to skin it well. Who did this?
Well, I think that would be me.
Oh, with the arm?
Oh, absolutely. I use both arms. He was quite a hefter.
Wow. This is amazing. And I presume you've bought it for sale?
Absolutely. And I give her a wink. How much do you want
Everyone's
for this
fucking tall.
fair creature?
Well, she begins to inspect it. Slight burn mark here. That'll reduce the price a little bit.
That came on. That burn mark was there when we found it.
Well, it adds character. This is a legendary creature that has been slain. So whoever wears
That's a good
this
point.
is wearing a piece of legend lore. Where's
She
there
pulls
somewhere?
a small strip of leather from her pocket, and on this leather strip is marked notches. She begins to size it up. Yes. Can get a lot out of this. 7, 8, 9, and then goes to the tail, and you see the ridges on the tail.
10 is what comes after that.
And she looks and she measures. Right. Just let me work it out. With the condition, I'll give you 500 gold.
Why? Oh god, I
Like,
wish
Blackguard looked
I wish I
to the group.
picked
He's like, "Is that a lot of money? I don't remember. I don't remember what things cost."
Maybe not to you, you posh twat. Oh god, I wish I took the other spell that doubles every value.
Well,
Sounds
like
fair.
Ozzy was saying, yeah, it's quite the legend among the lizard folk. Maybe 600.
I think 600 is fair price. This imagine the status that this will bring to someone.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I do it?
Whoever's trying. But
Because that's
I think
my
you said the price.
that's my jam.
Both do one, since you're
I
both
will
trying to get.
use my I will inspire myself as I'm talking as well.
4. But it had a plus.
It's not a great roll, but I have
Me another one.
real high
What
modifiers.
did I get? Oh, so I got an 8, yeah.
I got a 10 plus an 8 for 18 plus a d6. 20, dirty 20. Yeah, my persuasion is real good.
He looks at you for a second. Can't miss up an opportunity like this, though, can I? 600 it is.
And you can be the one to tell people that you personally did this, slayed the creature.
Oh, no. Don't worry about that. I don't want credit for that. My work speaks for my reputation. She points to Picardon.
Fair enough.
I'll get the money. She goes in after a short time from going inside the building. She comes out, a large pouch, 600 gold inside. Here you go. And I'm gonna take this and get this sorted, okay? She begins to like scoop it up and roll it back up and get it in her arms, and she walks away with this huge like thing, like taller than her, sort of wobbling back into the thing.
Thank you very much. Is that 150 each, I guess?
Yeah.
The lizard folk, Kipesk, he sort of, as you're dishing out the money between yourself, he just holds his hand out
I give him a
and
high
sort of looks
five.
at you.
Say
Oh,
no.
low five.
Jeffro, this is not for you, but I
Oh.
will treat you to something nice.
You get a beer.
Yes.
You get one crisp cold beer.
Ozzy, just hold this a second, and I pass him the bag of holding, and I get the decanter of endless water. And I take the cap off, and I fresh water fountain, and as it shoots out, I'm not very good with my aim, and it goes absolutely soaked in. But I managed to wash out the bag.
Yeah, these little bits, the last bits of like blood and gore just get blasted up the bag in this huge torrent that then arcs over and hits some of Ozzy on the way.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's pretty clean.
You have terrible aim.
You sort of shake the
Yeah.
bag out. And yeah, it's good to go.
I use prestidigitation to
Dry
dry
yourself up.
myself off.
I'm just going to put the light on. Let's go like that.
So we've slept twice since. When does my luck reset? Is it?
Oh, every long rest.
yeah.
I think
so
it says.
the long rest is asleep, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 8 hours.
You've taken 2 long rests now, by the way.
I think
So
your
you should be fully rested.
I think your
if
mic
you
might
haven't
have
done it
moved a
already.
little bit, Paul. Just seem to have
That better?
Oh god, yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Good
It's fine.
Yeah, you've taken 2 long rests now, so you should all be fully thingied if you haven't done it already. Because you rested at the crocodile site, at the lair, in fact 3, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
To the council?
Aye.
Indeed, where we will have what I imagine will be a difficult conversation.
So ready.
You make your way across Sharkfin Bridge. This bridge, which is 10 feet wide, is a little bit closer than some of the paths you've been on. It's a little bit more busy. You hear a few gasps and a few interested responses as people just sort of stare as you go by. One of the lizard folks turns to you and says, "Why are they looking?"
Well, Jordan,
They're looking at
they are not used to seeing lizard folk.
Don't listen to him. They're looking at me because I'm famous.
And there is also that.
I'm quite well
They look
known in these parts as
scared.
a renowned music. It's not scared. It's a look of wonder and amazement.
Oh.
It's not very often to get to see a renowned musician walk these parts.
I wouldn't
Yes.
say they are scared. I would say they are merely inquisitive, as you are different to what they are used to.
As
Okay.
we're walking, what's the bridge called?
Sharkfin Bridge.
Yeah, can we see our ship, Sea Ghost?
Yeah, you can from here. You see it docked in Gellen's
As
dock.
we left it.
Yeah, it's still in the same place. Yeah. But yeah, you see there is people moving about around the dock. There's activity. There's some cargo ships get traded, and like through the sails, you see yours, the Sea Ghost, bobbing on the waves. Make your way to the council.
Yep.
Mhm.
To the council.
Okay. So, you went to the town hall, and the lady on the reception gasps. You have returned. They will be surprised. Please, head through. They're just discussing. You head into the main hall and you see the council surrounding the table. Just get these on the map. As you enter the room, the conversation stops and the room goes quiet for a minute. They turn to you and they see you as the party together and these large lizard folk behind. Gellin is the first to talk. I can't believe it. I really can't. Come! And he comes around the table. Yeah, you have returned. We thought we'd lost you.
It's been 4 days, man, and it takes like a day and a half to get there.
Yes, but we thought you were only going for information. You've come back with... What are these fine specimens?
As you can see, we come back with more than you asked. We have not only discovered that they're not going to attack us, but we have gained their trust and have brought them here to explain their cause and why they're here.
These are representatives from their leader who sent them to speak to you.
It's just saying this Gellin has got a monocle and he's just sort of walking around them, just looking at them like flabbergasted. The others. Ida steps up. Welcome. Welcome to Saltmarsh. Please, come, sit. And she ushers for the lizard folk to sit. You say you come in peace. And they respond, yes. Our Queen Offokent, has sent us to seal the bond with Saltmarsh and the lizard folk. And Eliander says, a bond to be sealed. An ally. And they're like, yes, an ally. He looks across. I've never seen any creatures like yourselves, your weapons, your armor. You are fighters? Yes. We are some of the Queen's Guard. But we come in peace.
What's the It was Anders and
Anders and the dwarf.
What? I thought Eliander was.
Eliander
like
and
he was the one who kicked me in the balls. Wasn't he? I thought he was.
yeah, Eliander's one. He didn't not like him, but he just didn't trust. Like weapons are normally a sign of war, so he was fairly neutral on it. Though he didn't say anything bad about him. Anders now looks. His face at first is one of just almost disbelief. He sits and as the room quietens, he says, You speak common. They nod. Yes. We speak in your tongue. And he looks around and looks to you. Mother never said they spoke common.
Well, they also have their own language. However,
Yes.
your prejudices were unfounded, as they are a friendly race, and there might be weapons and a bit of a war machine building, but that is purely in what appears to be self-defense.
Self-defense.
Their homeland has been overrun by some smelly, fishy people, and they are merely trying to take up arms to fight back for what is rightfully theirs.
The council listen as Gellin sort of makes his way back to his chair, and Anders says, "Then I, perhaps I was wrong. Welcome to Saltmarsh, allies." And Gellin now sat back down. Yes, yes. More allies the better, that's what I say. But you said these aren't the enemy, but so who are? Yes, Eda says. Who? Who are you fighting? And over the course of the next 20, 30 minutes, the full story of your trials, your tribulations, and the enemy, the Salagan, comes out. The council listen and ask questions here and there to find more details. But after the time is finished, there is a general feeling, even from Manistrad, who is grumpy but listens and takes it in, that the lizard folk are no longer the threat. There is a bigger threat. The council mention that if these sea folk, these sea devils, are willing to take someone's home, then there's no reason they would not try and take Saltmarsh. There's no reason they would not be a threat to us as well. They agreed to the allyship between Saltmarsh and the lizard folk. Eliander, stepping into the conversation later, offers to send men to see how they train and see whether they can learn anything from each other. Ida is happy to offer food, excess supplies, same as Anders, from their fishing fleets. They're willing to ship excess food down to the lizard folk, which the lizard folk agree to. Gellin, he's one for finding a deal. He sees the opportunity for trade in weapons and offers to fulfill the role of supplying arms to the lizard folk, should they need more. Which again, information that they take in. Manistrad, although grumpy, says she cannot supply dwarves from the mines, she needs them there. However, if the lizard folk need work, she's willing to offer them a job. That's her stance on the situation. The conversation ebbs on. Is there anything you wanted to raise or bring up throughout it, or are you happy just to relay and...
It sounds like everything's gone pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we getting paid for this?
We did do
You
the
mentioned
task.
payment. And they say, yes. The payment. Gellin pulls a drawer out. 400 gold. You really are raking it in now, aren't you? You're going to be richer than me soon. And he laughs, this huge belly laugh.
I don't think
Chance
that's
would be a fine
possible.
thing. He passes you 400 gold for the party, which is the agreed price.
I genuinely can't remember. It was that long ago, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
I'm
that stuff.
assuming that's
Yeah,
what it was. Or 400
did
each,
check.
or 400 for a piece.
400 for the lot.
Another 100 in them.
So as the
Not
evening
you,
draws
Jethro. And I slap his hand again.
on... yeah. As somebody gets dished out, he does just generally put his hand out again. The lizard folk play and communicate. And as the evening draws, the meeting comes to a close.
Can I just ask, just for a general vibe, because obviously they were so like set in their ways initially, like did they seem, the ones who were like suspicious, like Eliander, Anders or whatever, like did they seem genuinely did they seem genuine in their switch of attitude?
Yeah, I think the general vibe you get from the room is that they probably jumped the gun. Like, this information came back to them from you guys, and it's the first they've sort of heard of this trading of weapons, and a lot of them went into this fight or flight response of, we need to protect Saltmarsh. The only link they could see was the lizard folk, who they know have this reputation about them. So now you've come back, explained the story. Obviously, you've come back alive, which is one of the biggest tells as well, with lizard folk in tow and unharmed.
I would maybe just say to them as a whole then at some point, I hope this mission that you have given us and the outcome has further shown you that we are a group of people to be reckoned with and trusted. And as we said before, should you have any important or interesting matters that need tending to, we will gladly offer our services. And I would like to think that given the grace and the delicacy of which we have approached the recent missions, our fee will represent. Our fee will
reflect.
That's it, Scarrig. You know I'm not a man of words. Our fee will reflect
That's the bad.
that.
Hey, Green.
I've had a drink.
Eleander says, You've proven yourselves. You have. We can rely on you.
Yeah, my balls still hurt, by the way. So
Didn't kick you that hard?
no, you didn't. But it was more it's the way I fell. Kind of like pinched him a little bit between my legs. You know how it happens, which made it worse.
Right. Anyway, less about your balls. We can rely on you. We will come to you if we have more matters. Perhaps this that we plan, when the time comes, you will join us, my men.
So, you are going to help them in battle?
Yes.
Aye,
These are
we've
not the
already pledged ourselves to help, so we'll be there.
I'm sure we could play a part in it somewhere for the right price.
Remember, not all battles are fought with sheer strength, as it appears you found out in this one.
We very well know that. There's only one strong guy here, and that's Styles over there. I'm just kidding, it's Garrick.
Yes. And the others agree. The fee, they sort of just glance over. When he gets to Gala, he says, Yes, and I do have a small job for you. As I said before you left, a task like this completed deserves a feast.
Oh, I hear you.
And a feast deserves supplies. And now you've got your ship, perhaps you could help me. But listen. We're here for the lizard folk now. We will discuss this perhaps tomorrow.
Sure,
Aye, sure.
I think we need a well-earned drink.
Yes,
I think
yes,
celebration is in order.
Go rest. There have been a couple of modifications to the vessel.
Oh, you
I'm
got
sure
my list.
It sort of looks around like, no, but
Did you put in the pole in the chambers?
Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
All right.
Listen, the crew's on board. I will need some slight payment for that, but again, enjoy tonight. We'll discuss tomorrow. I guess old Gellin here is going to be stuck with a stuffy bunch working out the plan, eh? He looks around at the rest of the thing and they all sort of just look at him. Anyway, go, be gone.
Thank you very
Get
much,
out of my
Gellin.
sight, you rascals.
See you tomorrow.
Yes, you will. You will. Enjoy. And as you leave the hall, you're just getting out the front section when you're called back. Anders has come through the door. He sort of brushes himself down, his blue fur robe draped around him. I would like to speak to you at my home, please, this evening. if you will, or tomorrow.
I don't
We
know.
could do this evening.
We got any
couldn't
plans
we?
tonight, boys? I was just gonna get pissed.
It
Well,
just
should we say
shouldn't take
lunch
more than
tomorrow?
yes. Yeah. Okay.
We've been on the road.
How
Like,
long
we
did
need
you
to
say it
freshen
would
up.
take?
It's probably a few more hours here.
Oh, didn't we say aren't we off to Gellens in the morning? Is that right? Is that what we said?
Yeah,
He
in
said
the
come by
morning. No.
tomorrow.
How about we come in the morning and we'll go to Gellens after?
Yes, and just come to the residence and just tell them why you're here. They'll let you in.
Where do you live?
Solmore Manor.
Right,
You can't really miss it.
I guess not.
And my mother taught me when you're wrong, you should look that wrong in the face and admit it. And I was wrong.
I step up to him and I look at him.
Quite small because he is just a child.
Yeah, how old is he? I know he's young, but
He's like a teenager,
oh god, is that young?
like young teens.
I was, I was thinking 17 for some reason. I had that in my
Should
head.
we
Younger
be
than
I
that.
thought
meeting with
can't
a
remember
I
if
had
I
like
said it.
child?
20s, but okay. I put my hand on his shoulder
Mm.
and I say, you things like this show you are wise beyond your years. You have a very important role in this council, and it takes a lot to admit you're wrong. It shows a lot of, good, strong character. It's a good thing.
Uh, Thank you. I take that on board.
My cat then puts his hand on the shoulder. He's like, ha, ha, you.
Both at the same time.
Yeah, we forgot.
It's like-
Hands on shoulders. I say, you've surprised me today, young man. I genuinely thought that we were going to have to kill you. Ha, ha, ha,
He makes a very good
ha,
point. He did say on the way, depending on how you reacted, whether to kill you or not. And if you've impressed Mr. Picard, you must be a good man.
It looks a bit shaken, a bit like it's not often that he gets a threat on his life.
I'm still
Oh.
laughing.
Tomorrow then, and he sort of lifts your hands off and heads back inside.
A wise man would also know that we are just fucking with you, man.
I say it as the door sort of swings shut.
Packard never breaks laughter the entire time. As soon as the door shuts,
And
he just stops on a dime.
And as the door shuts, you hear inside one of the lizard folk just begins to laugh. It's not the same one, though.
I was going to say, is it the same one?
No, it's not him. It's infectious, though. So, you've discussed with the council. The hour is now later on. It's definitely becoming early to late evening. You wish to go to the vessel.
Yes.
I'd like to check out the vessel.
So, you approach the Sea Ghost. She lies docked at Gellen's dock.
There they are.
I'm gonna say at this point there isn't many
Damn,
crew.
there's a lot of people.
That's what I think it is. No,
I doubt it.
Well,
I doubt it. Did we actually agree to taking on a crew? He gave us the price, but we just left it at that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he'll explain tomorrow.
well, you owe me a lot of
You
money.
haven't agreed to take on a crew, no. But as you board, there is no one. There's
Did he mention that he was going to tidy it up and spruce it up? I can't remember.
He said he was going to do some work to it and make it less drab.
Yeah.
And that he has done. And you board the Sea Ghost. There is a lantern lit on the deck, and you can take it down and have a look around the quarters. And as you explore around, it is just you on the ship at the moment. There is a couple of dock hands, just working the dock, observing. They ask who you are as you come across, but they let you on when you explain. You're obviously quite a recognisable bunch, so it's not too hard.
We're the Mr. Man, motherfucker.
So, the first thing you see is you just generally look around. Everything's been swept and cleaned. Everything looks a bit fresher. A few areas have had a lick of paint, especially like where it says Sea Ghost on the side. That's been redone. I don't know if this ship has a figurehead at the moment. I don't think it does. But you look around.
We should brainstorm a figurehead. Get one made.
You shouldn't get one made. The rooms, the beds have been changed from the drab, sort of dark
Mr. Mrs.
linens to linens of rich colours. There's purples, there's reds, there's blues, and they're all very fine, and they've all been made up. All the personal belongings have been removed. There are still trunks for your storage. The desk has been filled with like fine papers and inks, and in the galley behind the stores, there's the beginning of some supplies there, some fresh grain, some barrels of water. The main change that you do find comes when you open the door to where the lizard folk were. In here, this room, which was just plain wood, is now adorned with thick red drapes around the outside. They fill the entire room's walls, so all you see is this curtain that wraps all the way around. In the center of this room is a large circular bed with deep red linens piled on top and pillows dotted around.
Aw, yeah.
You jump onto it and it moves slightly as you sit on it.
Yeah, I would like run in straight away and just jump on it.
It's soft. The mattress is made of goose down.
Oh, this is what I'm
It's
talking about.
comfortable, and as it sort of jiggles left and right slightly. And I'll see you, Picard, because you're in the room. As you look, you see as he's sort of moving, the sheet comes up, and there seems to be some sort of disc underneath. And you sort of feel around the walls, and you pull a curtain back. Behind there is a handle, and as you turn the handle, the bed begins to rotate in the middle of the room.
Oh shit, son. This is fucking awesome.
I say, oh my. This was somewhat unexpected, but also right on cue.
Don't you just think that Galen is the best? Don't you just think he just gets it?
Certainly.
He knows what's important in life, and he just gets it. I look up. Is there a mirror?
There isn't, unfortunately, not at this stage.
He gets most things. He's just missing a little few touches. But this guy, attacks this room.
Well, I'm glad on this ship of limited space we've dedicated at least 8 square foot to your rotating sex bed.
I put my head through the door. I'm not paying for that. That's coming out of your money.
Yeah, this is your personal share.
Styles, I mean, we can share it.
Oh.
As long as you just don't
And as you
look
said,
at each
it's
other
like
in the
turning
eye.
round still.
Yeah.
Say, what you chaps get up to
As long
there
as you
is
don't,
your
as long as you don't look at each other in the eye, it's like it's fine. It's not gay.
Oh dear.
business.
He just gets it, man.
You're welcome to. You do see there is a couple of barrels of simple ale, and there is a few
Get
bottles
tangled
of
up. What we got?
more expensive wines and stuff like
Shit.
that. So he has stocked it with alcohol if you wish to drink.
Hell yeah.
Is it been tapped?
The barrels of ale are more like you take the lid off and dunk your cup in, and the wines are simple bottles. So
I crack a
Do you fancy a drink, boys?
hell yeah, way ahead of you.
I can't remember what the lizard fuck's called. I basically just
they're not with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're with us.
Oh.
They're with the council still, and
Oh.
Where are they staying the night?
so during the conversation, Eliander, who was most interested in their combat skills, has offered for them to come and stay at the barracks. He's then going to address that they'll meet the men, and the men can go back with them and help train and
I see.
just assess their strength.
I hope those guys are okay.
The rest of the cabin's been taken, or is it free for all?
This one's mine,
So-
Styles. You
Currently,
get the
remember
fuck
this was
away.
the captain's cabin,
And
and this
Piker
was like
makes a
the
line straight
deck
there.
wizards. So this one is free.
Jumps on the bed.
The one below, there is still one room has more charter and navigator stuff.
Which one's
Another
that
room is
one?
more simple,
It's a simple one.
and there is the hammocks at the front.
Unless
of the
there's
ship.
one that looks like it's going to have where we would talk about me having the forge in.
So
I-
currently, there's
I
no
want this one.
sign of the
That-
forge. However, these rooms down here do have the secret bit at the back, which can
I
be
want this one
handy.
because it's the furthest away from the sex bed it can get.
Nice. I mean, you can always go in the bilge.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
so there's a room free here. I guess maybe I would take that instead then.
You've made your choice.
Yeah.
Or
You've made your
over
circular
here.
bed, now lie in it.
He has no other furniture, just the rotation.
Just the sex bed
Just
and
constantly like
curtains.
this.
Yeah,
But the thing
I'm
with the
gonna
bed
take
is
this
it
one
only
then,
turns when
despite-
someone turns the handle as well. Like it's very
So
mechanical.
Did you
You need
say
assistance?
has he got mage hand?
I was gonna say I have
Yeah.
got mage hand, so I
Oh,
just use
no.
mage hand just to constantly turn it, and I'm just like,
Have you got mage hand? How have you not used that yet?
because I just leveled up, baby. I got it then.
Nice.
I added it because I thought someone needs to fucking have it.
Yeah.
I'm all about party utility, me.
So you spend the evening just sorting your spaces, tending to any bruises or sores from
Is
the walk.
there a brothel in Saltmarsh?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my bed in my cabin because so it runs the length of the ship, so I don't get seasick.
Cool.
That's crafty.
I like it. The water is calm as well here because you're docked up, so it's not too bad. But perhaps you enjoy an ale on the deck,
Yeah,
watch the stars over Saltmarsh.
I would be drinking heavily at this point, smoking.
Yeah, join him.
Should
Songbird.
we go to the what's the boozer called?
There's a
Snapping
snapping line.
Snapping line.
Should we go there and get something to eat?
Hey, sounds like a plan. Nice to go, Mr.
Yeah, we
Styles.
could do, or we could go to the one that's a little bit more rowdy. I can't remember the name. Whichever notes.
Oh, aye.
Across the bridge.
The Rusty Hook.
Is that it?
No, it's
I
not
don't
called the
know.
Rusty Hook.
It's a port, and it's a port town. So it's got to have a brothel.
It's got to be some ladies in that
Doesn't
somewhere.
have to.
It's not a port town. It's a fishing town. It's a fishing village. I think you overestimate the size of this place. It's a
Hey,
fishing village,
There's
not a port
always
town.
ladies in that somewhere, especially in these.
So one
times.
thing you do know, just this is general sort of information of the area. Seaton, which is up the coast, that is the main port for this area. This is a fishing village which does trade. If most people on the coast wouldn't know Saltmarsh, but they would know Seaton.
Yeah, it
We
is
get a
quite.
taxi.
It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Get an Uber.
Still.
How far to row?
we've been pre-drinking. We just
We
jump in a
have to row.
taxi.
We've got
Jump in a
a last
taco.
boat.
Just sail.
We could row and just
empty
keep on
net.
using the blast function on the water thing. Just use to make a jet ski.
That's too much.
Yeah,
Make
Yeah.
a jet ski.
you can make a jet ski
That
now.
is
Yeah.
true.
The empty net is the more rough tavern.
Yeah, Ozzy's drunk and he's like, "What about the empty net?"
Well, I say either the empty net or we could do jet ski.
What is a jet ski?
I need a
was
few
think- I
more
was-
drinks
I
before we
was
do the
thinking
jet ski.
maybe, just maybe, we could use that wee tanker thing that Styles has got and propel ourselves in a boat.
There is a jolly boat on the deck.
Aye, the wee skiff over here.
It'll be a very jolly boat.
Should we do
I
that?
think we'll try that another day, not today.
Perhaps on a
Aye,
day
aye.
when you've been drinking less.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll want to go in the water if I've been drinking less.
I looked to Scarrick and like wink, and like, yeah, we'll do it another day. And like, we'll try it on the way back.
Okay. So you head to the empty net.
So to the group. I don't mind.
Yeah. To the net.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Picard agrees. He very reluctantly walks off the ship. He's like fingering the ropes, and he's just running his hand along all the bits of wood, and
Yeah.
he's longing to be there, but he reluctantly steps off.
So
How's it feel, Captain?
Well, it is an absolutely glorious day, would you not say, Mr. Ozzy?
I was talking to Styles. No, I'm joking.
Oh, oh,
No, I'm joking,
awkward.
joking. Yeah, we finally got our own boat.
It's a ship, Ozzy. It's a ship.
It's a boat. What constitutes the difference
Oats and
between a
hoys.
ship and a boat?
You can put a ship on a boat, but you can't put a. You can put a boat on a ship, but you can't put a ship on a boat.
So it's just
That's
size.
very wise. It's not just a ship, Mr. Ozzy. It is freedom. We are no longer burdened by our geographical location. We can go anywhere that the sea permits.
I mean,
And that is the ultimate power.
I agree. I spent my whole life wandering this continent. I've seen a lot of places. But to be fair, the sea is it's not something I've ventured out onto very often. It's mostly been land-based adventures, so yeah, I'm all for it.
Well, unfortunately, I am still fresh as a baby, so I have no adventures under my belt that I can recall.
I
So,
truly believe that you are not drinking or eating enough. And I mean, I was gonna say that it's just you need more alcohol in you, but actually, I think you just need some more food and water in general. It might, get the cogs going a bit again.
what are you, my mother?
Uh,
Are you? I don't know who my mother is.
I could be.
Are you her?
I
Mummy?
actually could be, and like for a moment,
Mummykins?
I could consider it and just like sort of work it out in my head, like looking it up and down, like maybe. No, he's too old.
you guys are so drunk.
Oh yeah, I'm
Um,
drunk.
So your
Yeah.
option to get to the empty net.
Mr. Picard here.
Yes.
And can you make a wisdom saving throw, Mr. Picard?
We haven't even got to the pub yet.
Yeah, you're still on the deck at this point.
$14.
You just say smoke, and don't worry, it failed.
No, thank you.
Right. Anyone else?
Is this the pipe or just
Yeah. Just passing it around.
Styles?
Because it's a bit drunk and don't realise takes it.
Oh shit, Styles, you're the only one who hasn't smoked it.
Game. He is the only one who hasn't smoked it.
Oh shit! Yeah, I got it the wrong way around. I thought it was Picard.
Picard has like the memory of being on a
Yeah,
ship and
Picard
stuff.
had the memory of being on a ship. Yeah.
So
Oh well, it worked.
Is this? Are we in the pub or are we just like walking to the pub at this point?
you're on the
I
deck
think
at
we
the
were just
moment.
walking.
Well, I need
around
to
deck, yeah.
ascertain whether you are walking, because if you look at the map, have I put you on the Saltmarsh map? Yeah. Your
No, we'd
ship
probably be on the deck still deciding.
your ship is here. The empty net is here. You
Oh.
got to walk all the way around Sharkfin Bridge
I'm
if you want to
swimming
get
with
there.
my
Oh
helmet.
no, we can definitely use the boat. All right, you smoke before we go.
Okay. So you smoke on the deck as you begin to prep the boat and start lowering it into the water.
Yeah, the skiff, not the.
The skiff, yeah. You're not taking the entire ship.
We should though.
So,
Crashed into
Style,
the boat. To the pub.
I've got stats for crashing, by the way. Styles, you smoke the pipe as you get the ship ready, and the smoke lingers around the deck and swells. And after around 5 minutes, the smoke, unlike the others, is laying really low across the deck, almost like a fog machine in our world. It sort of rolls across the deck, and as it rolls, it begins to lap on itself and make waves. The waves get larger, around like ankle height, across the thing in, and out of the waves, these shapes begin to rise and form. You see two distinct shapes. One, a large naval vessel. You see its huge sails, at least 4 masts across its deck. It begins to cut through the waves on the floor and move slowly, circling a second, slightly smaller vessel. This one, similar to the ship you're on now, slightly larger, but seems to be faster. And as the smaller ship begins to cut round, you see the larger ship. It turns, and you all see the broad side of it. Its cannon hatches open. Its cannons fire across the stretch, and you see these tiny balls of smoke with little smoke trails behind go. And you see them explode into the side of this other ship. The ship rocks in the waves with the impact of this attack, but the other ship, the larger one, moves round again, coming round to its other side, fires again. And as they hit, you see the small ship begin to break apart. The large mast on it falls, almost cutting it down the middle. And within 5 minutes of this small naval battle happening in front of you, the small ship slowly drifts down into the smoke on the floor. And as it sinks below the waves, the smoke dissipates.
Holy shit.
What was that?
What the fuck kind of memory was that, Styles?
A
Take
bad
it
one.
you were on the wee boat.
A bad one? You talking about? This thing is your happiest, most legendary memories.
It's a memory. Not one I particularly enjoy remembering, to be fair.
Is that right, Paul?
I think it's your most heroic memory, isn't
most
it?
heroic moment.
Most heroic moment, but not necessarily.
You can
It
feel
can still
guilty
be
though.
bad. Yeah, like I felt bad about
Right.
mine. 'Cause it
Okay.
fell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends what you define as like heroism, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Not sure Ozzy would see that side of it. What you talking about? Did you was you in a naval battle?
The thing is, Ozzy, there's lots of people on that ship that went down. That's something I have to live with.
Well, shit. Yeah. I mean, what was it all about?
Maybe for another drink. Come on, let's go and start pulling the ropes to.
At this point,
the
the jolly boat lowers next to the ship.
I looked to Scarrick,
You
like
throw
sort of
over
like
it,
in awe of Styles' memory, almost like just didn't expect such a I don't know, just sort of Ozzy at this point sees Styles as kind of like shifty, a bit underground figure type thing, not the sort of person who would be like in a big naval sea battle, if that makes sense. It's sort of bit like take like in shock of it. As he turns to Scar and says, looks like we picked our captain well, because
maybe we should rethink things at some point.
what? No, we want a captain that can do shit like that. We don't want to be on the receiving end of those.
We picked Picard.
No, we didn't. No, Scary. No, God.
Well, we did.
No, Scary.
We,
Oh, God,
I heard you. You
yeah,
said
I know that's what we
you
said.
did. Aye,
you
and
had
then
to-
you did this.
You had to look.
You did this weird winky thing
So
with
it
your eye.
it started off quite quiet, but I think because we're drunk, like our voices are getting louder and
Yeah.
louder as we're passionately talking about it.
But like, you
No, that's what
remember
we
you
said.
had this
I did.
spasm in your
Yeah,
eye.
it's called a wink,
Aye.
Scary. It's called a wink, like you're just joking, like, oh God, damn it, you're so perfect. Styles, get out the fucking decanter. Let's squirt ourselves to the other side.
Aye, that's a good idea.
I've left it in the cabin. Sorry.
What the fuck?
Go on.
Is this what you want from a captain?
Go get it.
Forgetful?
I use
You climb
mage.
down.
I use
Up the
mage
fingers.
hand to like reach out to go get it.
I thought you were
Okay.
going to use mage hand to like flap in the water like this. Do it
Just
really
as you
fast.
climb down into the boat, Ozzy, you see, well, you hear a noise from the top of the main mast. The sails are obviously down at the moment, tied up at the moment. So it's quite clear to see. And you look up to the crow's nest, and you see a shape moving up there in the moonlight. And you hear this little like, and you see that Ellie has come and began to nest on the crow's nest.
Oh, that's the perfect spot for her. Love it.
And you climb down into the boat. Do you get the decanter?
Yeah.
So you grab it, and let's see if this works. Eh? Above 10 it works, below 10 it's just a flop. Actually, it can move. It does have stats. So
Here we go, boys.
I think it's more. It's more whether I'm too drunk to fucking do it.
yeah. Make a
Like,
yeah.
this
That's
is a
it.
good idea.
It's you.
It's more
I
of a-
need you to make a intelligence check whether you've got the noggin to be able to direct it correctly into the water.
Or dexterity.
No, I don't think it's not about that. It's about knowing where to point it.
Okay.
Like you're holding an object. You do.
Oh
That's
yeah,
fine.
it
You
was
can do
more.
that.
I was more. Thought I was like drunk and like couldn't control it, so to speak.
I'm thinking more you're drunk and you might just point it at your face.
Oh, okay. I didn't think I was that drunk, but okay. Oh god, that's a 3.
Yeah. So you mage hand it down and get it, and you look around at the others who are now sat on the little seats. You're like, watch this, boys. And you uncork it, and as you do it, you just do. The angle's just a little bit too shallow, and it just splashes in, sending this huge gush of water up over the dock. The dock hand, who's currently just sat on a couple of barrels of pipe, just gets absolutely drenched. This huge wave. He's had around. What the fuck was that?
Oh shit! Oh shit, son!
And as you're going, the boat slowly starts to move forward, and you do propel yourself slightly across the water towards the empty net.
I don't know how to stop. As we like going, I don't know how to stop this thing.
I presume the rest of you pick up the oars and begin to row the rest of the way.
Yeah.
So, arriving at the empty net from this angle is a little bit interesting, as the tavern itself stands on stilts above the water. The entrance on land, which comes down to a small beach area, and then the main tavern is out above the water. So as you come on your boat, you sort of weave through these stilts that support it above.
Let's just
Excuse me,
pull it up on
as
the
you-
beach and just tie it to the stilts.
Just before you get to the beach, however, you hear a commotion from the tavern and a shout, "Get out my pub!" All of a sudden, the body is flung over the rear railing into the splash of water as it lands next to your boat. You see this patron sort of bob to the top, this man, like a scarf around his head, very loose fitting clothes. And he sort of starfish bobs on his back and just floats for a second and then begins to slowly like back pedal his way to the shore.
This looks like our kind of place, Ozzy.
Oh
Just
yeah,
like back in the day.
I know. Me and Styles came here last week. It's a bit fucking rowdy, but it's fun.
You
Yeah,
pull the
sells
boat
a
up on
drink.
the shore and head up to the inn. Inside, it's getting late on now after getting the boat ready. There's still a few patrons. There's 2 or 3 tables of people huddled around drinks, some playing like bones and knuckles. You see them rolling random dice and things like that. Although a few tables are quiet, there's a few other people, some singing, shanties, waving, others just on the verge of an argument. There's already tension in the air as you enter the door. You look towards the bar, and you see behind it Kreb Schenker, who is the patron
Schenker.
that served you before. He sees you come in.
Crab, my man.
Ozzy,
Me and my fine friends here want to drink you out of business.
you've come to the right place. I'm always nearly out of business.
That you are.
What can I get you?
I want whiskey for me. Boys, it's
No
on
problem.
me.
I'll have a. That's great. I'll have a whiskey too.
Styles?
I'll have a rum, please.
A rum. I like your style. Styles. Packard.
I say nothing for me, please.
Ah.
I'm driving.
God fucking hell. You driving the boat.
I'm driving the boat, of course.
Not even a water.
No, thank you.
Alright. And
So-
I'm a bit peckish as well. What bar snacks you got?
2 whiskeys and a rum, and let's have a look. And he sort of rummages under the bar. You see him look down, and
2 turnips.
he pulls up a handful of what appear to be nuts of a sort. There's a mixture in his hand, and he sort of puts them on the bar. This bar is like sticky to touch.
Nice.
There's the ring prints of all the
It's a
ales that have been
Wetherspoons.
here. It's a Wetherspoons, yeah. The toilet's fucking miles away. But he puts down this handful of nuts on the side. That'll do.
That'll fucking do, man.
Right, so 2 whiskeys, rum, the nuts, set you back 8 silver.
8 silver. Here you go. I'll give him 10.
Oh, thank you kindly.
Oh, I just added
And-
10. That's wrong.
He is drunk. And just before you sort of make your way to a table, he says, I'll tell you what. Take a couple of them back, and he hands you 4 silver back. I heard you're good friends with Gellin now.
He is a friendly acquaintance of ours, yeah. Why?
He just told me to look after you. That's all. Should you ever swing by.
Oh, did he really?
That he did, yes.
Oh.
Enjoy your fine spirits.
Oh,
And by this point, he's poured from these nondescript coloured bottles liquors into these wooden tankards.
as we sit down, I'd just say, like, I can't imagine Galen ever having really anything to do with a place like this. Doesn't seem his style.
I feel like
Well,
Gellin has his finger
He's
in
just
every
got a finger
pie.
in all pies, aye.
Ah, you jigs.
Now we have to kiss.
That's not how a jinx works, Mr.
Oh.
Baker.
Oh, I like your
Oh,
version better.
my memory.
One of the patrons on the table next to you sort of drunkenly turns and said, "Pies!" and then proceeds to fall forward and head into the table.
Do we know him?
No.
Cool. Yep, it's been a while. Nice to see you.
Oh, wow.
So, Mr. Packard, you seem awfully excited to get out on the high seas and explore the world. Anywhere you want to go?
Oh, I don't know where anything is, if I'm being honest. I don't know where to go. All I know is that once we hit the water, we will have hijinks and sea adventures, and
That is true.
that's all I need.
I'm getting more and more excited about this promise of adventure.
Absolutely.
Are you 100% in, Styles? I mean, I don't really know much about...
He's our first mate, of
Your
course. He's
history.
100%.
I am starting to enjoy myself. It is it's nice to be part of a group again, not wandering by yourself. It is nice.
I very much agree with that sentiment. There's nothing fun about being alone. I miss having a band of fellow adventurers to travel with. I'm well up for this. What about you, Scarrig? I mean, what about the Forge?
Yeah, well, well, It'd be hard to leave the forge, and obviously the sea's a thing in itself. But with you guys, why not? You can always
You've
have
got
a
your
drink,
helmet
get
now.
over that. Got my helmet.
Well, yeah, you got your
Aye.
helmet.
What's the worst that can happen?
Leave me in the middle of the sea.
It's good for the Chuckle Brothers to keep working on the forge. Like, they need the experience.
Aye, that'll be good.
Um,
You can always make us money as a leave.
well, that's a very good point. I wonder how much money they've made since we've been away. Must be
What
quite a
day
bit
is
now.
it? What's the date? Does anybody know?
It's the that's the DM. Hang on, DM.
The 24th of planting.
It's
You've
24th
had one Friday since
of
you've been away.
planting.
Oh.
Well, I'll see them in the morning and I'll get some money.
Nice.
Then maybe at some point we could see your pirate friend.
Power friend.
Aye. The woman who can sort out some magical
Oh.
items.
Oh yeah. Captain Xandros.
Xandrosa? Xandros.
Xandros, is it? Xandros?
Yeah, Zenderos.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, also, she's just up the road from here, isn't she?
She's not very far, no.
Yeah, but she won't be open now.
Oh no, but we could maybe pop there. Well, we got a few things on the list tomorrow, but maybe we could pop there tomorrow.
Aye.
Yeah, but you could go pay her a visit, you know, to Tieflings might be. You don't see much of your kind, do you?
I
You getting him
You
started
tried
now,
to swing
Dial.
Bandit before, didn't you?
I did get a strong sexual vibe from her when we first met. That is true.
I did not.
I think I did. I always do, man.
That's the problem with you. Another drink?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I finished this 1 hour ago.
Aye. I'll
As you
get
start
around it.
talking,
Get some of them nutty things.
there's muttered conversation around the room. None of it seems to be drawn at you. A lot of it is just general muted conversation. But there's patrons at this time.
Is there anyone who looks interesting? Or just general riffraff?
General riffraff, I'd say more.
I'm gonna
Give
wait.
my chinos, eh?
Nah, I'm too drunk. I'll wait for the.
So it's the best.
Wait for. Hang on, I got a new trick. Watch this. And I'll wait for a moment where the barman leaves the bar, like goes in the back or something. Does he do that?
I'd say there'll be points. He doesn't really leave the bar as such.
Or
He does come
at
out
the
and collect
very
a couple of
least-
glasses from time to time.
At the very least, like, is serving someone or just has his back to a portion of the bar.
Yeah. That is achievable.
Cass, watch this shit. I like neck my drink, and as I slam it down onto the table, you just see emanating from where the drink lands, like a silvery mist, just like shoot up my arm and encompass my entire body, and like dissipates, and I've like disappeared.
Ozzy?
Oh my.
And then you see me.
Where's it gone?
You look around and look to the bar, and you see the mist sort of like congeal and reappear, and like I just like appear behind the bar, like, and I like grab the whiskey and like run out from behind the bar.
Ooh, make a stealth check. You've appeared behind, but will he see you running off?
Yeah, I can only do that once.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
can't really do it to come back. What are we doing? Stealth.
Stealth to try and run away slyly, or
16.
ooh, you sexy bastard. It will be.
Can I roll it with disadvantage because I'm drunk?
Yeah, sure. By all means.
That's on the floor. I'm re-rolling that. Let's see what it was. Oh, that's a natural one. So 5.
Okay. So he rolled a 15 anyway. So, you appear behind the bar, wave, grab this bottle, and then you turn to run off.
I think
You sort of
I'd like to maybe just adjust that a lot. I think as I
Okay.
get there, I get so it's like the first time I've done it, and I like grab the whiskey, and I'm like so excited in what I've like done, and I'm like, oh my god, it worked! Like guys, look, and like I don't really.
start shouting across.
Yeah.
He turns around. He turns and goes, "What the fuck are you doing here? Give me that!"
Ah!
He grabs the bottle out your hand. If you want another, you pay.
Yeah, all right. I just I put a slam of gold down on the bar. Now give me that bottle.
All right. And he passes it to you.
I walk back to the table. How cool is
You
that?
see him pick up the gold and just in his teeth to check it.
Hey, that was pretty cool there, Ozzy. Hey,
Very.
new trick, huh?
I can like teleport from one place to another.
That's
That
pretty
sounds
astounding.
dangerous for you.
No, it's really not.
Don't be getting into no trouble now.
I will be getting into loads of trouble. First time I used it, I got into trouble.
Aye, there is that. Damn.
But I came out with this. I put the bottle down.
That's good, man.
As you put the
Where's
bottle down,
the,
you hear a crash, and you look at it like, did I put it down too hard? The crash comes from a glass which has been thrown across the bar, aimed at another patron. You hear this commotion begin. You said it was 5 silver. No, I bloody didn't. I said it was 10 silver. And this argument happens between these two older men, one throwing the glass at the other. As you see him, Crab? What's his bloody name?
Crab.
Crab comes across, grabs them both by the scruffs, looks at them both. You want the hard exit? And they look at him and are like, no, sorry, yeah, definitely 10. And the other's like, no, definitely 5. And they sort of sit back down, and then they both have this one glass in front of them now, and they sort of look at it for a second and both grab at the same time. And then they carry on.
Is Crab like a strong guy? Big sturdy guy.
Yeah, he's pretty built, yeah.
Is
He throws a lot of people. He is human, yeah. He throws a lot of people out the back of the pub, so he's got the arms for it.
It's a bit more lively in here than the empty
Snapping
net.
line.
Nope, snapping line. Oh god, this whiskey's strong.
I like the name, the empty net. There.
Well, that's where we're in, isn't
That's where we're in, yeah. How much have you been drinking?
This whiskey's really strong.
It is.
Yours is rum.
it?
Damn, it's so strong.
I haven't even
Point.
touched the whiskey.
Plus, you need to get me a bottle of rum.
Okay,
Yeah, he bought
watch this. And I like take a drink, and I like slam it down, and I use
Just run over.
I use prestidigitation to
Just
make
use the
the
main hand.
effect of like mist like crawl up my arm in the same way it did before, but when it like disapparates, I'm still there, and then I run over to the bar and go behind and grab the bottle of rum.
It looks at you as you go away.
Slam another
He
girl
fixes it and laughs.
I
He lets you take it.
as I come back and he let me take it, like, damn, that must be some cheap whiskey and rum if a gold covered both. I slammed the rum down.
Yeah, the evening's yours.
I would
As
just
it
keep
draws on,
drinking to a
you just
point where
drink and
someone
talk.
tells me to go home.
Yeah, the guests dissipate slowly and surely. Some fall asleep on the tables. There's no more chucking outs while you're there. But as the night draws in, he rings a large shit bell at the bar, calls last orders. And then shortly after that, he comes over and says, "Right, time to leave, boys. Thank you for your patronage. And just another gold, please."
That's no problem.
I'll flick him a girl.
That's all. Oh, Sky's
Thank you.
Sky's got this
Thank you
one.
very much, Crab. That was a very good night.
So,
Scary. Who's driving the boat? Picard.
yeah,
Picard. Picard. You don't.
Get
Driving the
ski,
You're not drunk.
get
You're
ski,
designated
get
driver.
ski. Give me the decanter. I want to go.
Scaring's not had a drink.
Give-
You take the decanter. I give him
Give me.
the decanter.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna load it up and try. So I'm just gonna hold it over the end and just stick it in.
okay, make a
Hold it over and stick it
intelligence check again with disadvantage because you're drunk.
This is what we signed up for, right? Drunk roleplay.
So
Drunk actual play.
Drunk actual play. 2.
Who?
the two.
Okay,
Perfect.
so everyone sits in the boat waiting expectantly. As you stick it in the water and hold it with all your force, like anchoring yourself in the boat, you're so confident this is going to work. You blast it, the entire boat goes whoosh, launching. Well, everyone make a dexterity check who's in the boat. Dex save, even.
Ooh, I'm quite high. Disadvantage, I'm giving myself.
Yeah, disadvantage anyone who's drunk, so not you.
15.
20 for
Picard.
Picard.
10.
10.
11.
11.
11.
Okay. So the boat jolts like a buckaroo. Ozzy and Picard, you manage to hold on as your instincts kick in, you grab. However, Scarrick and Styles, you get launched out the boat forward and land in the water with 2 huge splashes as you begin to just like bob about.
Picard, what did you do?
Sorry, lads. And at
Don't
that
think
point, I'll just grab
that's
onto the back of the rowing boat and start like swimming with my.
Yeah.
Picard, you didn't
What
do it.
am I
You didn't do it properly.
Picard, it was Scarrick.
Ozzy don't know that. He's drunk.
Oh, jeez. I'm so confused. It's like being really drunk.
It was Ozzy who gave it to Scarrick, but he's already forgotten.
That's true. So, after getting back in the boat, and now a bit sodden, to be fair, the water did refresh you slightly from the alcohol. You managed to navigate back to your main ship and climb up aboard. I presume at this time of night you're just tethering the jolly boat and not raising it back in.
Yeah, I would just awkwardly climb back up to the boat and go
Yeah.
into the room with the circle bed. And I would just use Mage Hand just to like slowly turn around as I like just fall asleep and pass out.
So, you rest on your ship, and the small remainder of the night passes. And I'll say, with your nighttime antics, you wake slightly later, mid-morning sort of awakening, as the sun comes and shines on the ship.
What about Picard? He don't even go to sleep.
Yeah, Picard doesn't go to sleep, so Picard's just been. What have you been doing, Picard, on the ship?
I've been reading my Tide book. I spent a few hours reading my Tide book in my cabin, and the rest of it I've been fingering the lines.
You feel a familiarity with the ropes. I'd say at one point maybe you take your shoes off and just feel the deck underneath your feet. And you just feel this is a good place to be at the moment.
Stand on the deck and I sort of hold the wheel. I'm just like. I make boat noises.
Whoosh, whoosh. Splash.
And I said to myself, land ho!
So morning comes on the Sea Ghost, and the town begins to come alive. You see, as you awake and you're on your deck, you see fishing boats come out the other docks nearby and begin to head out to the ocean for the day's fishing. Trade ships start to come in. Some unloading near Gellin.
I come out onto the deck. Oh my fucking god, my head. God
Good
damn it.
morning, Ozzy. How are you?
I hung over to fuck.
You don't have the Dwarvish constitution, do you?
I do not. What the fuck is Picard doing? Is he pretending to sail the boat? Is he making noises?
I don't know.
Oh my god, this guy's taking it very seriously.
Good
Morning,
morning, Mr.
morning,
Packard.
Captain.
Say morning, fellas. It's a glorious day.
It
Is
is.
it not?
It is.
That it is. That it is.
You sleep well?
As always.
Yeah.
Ellie comes down from the crow's nest. It's Ellie, isn't it?
Yes, it's Ellie.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to go Esme, but it's Ellie. She comes down from the crow's nest and wraps around you and begins to nibble on you, which
Ooh.
you feel the connection that she wants food.
Oh. I've not been feeding you. Ellie, look, I am in no fit state. I should not have had kids. I am in no fit state to look after you today. I am mighty hungover. What do people normally do when they're hungover and they got kids? Look, you just go fend for yourself today, okay? Go up high in the sky, go hunting. And I
Flies
pull,
off of this.
I pull out
Meat
some
from
of the sticky nuts from the bar last night and offer it to her.
I'm gonna say she turns that down.
Yeah, I've got
She don't.
jerky.
She don't like
a
nuts.
chuck of some like some of my rations.
Thank you. Here's
Yeah.
some jerky to get you started. And
She flies up and eats that, and then begins to head out for the day.
Yeah.
As you're on the deck and the rest of you begin to awake, you hear a voice shout out, "Good morning! I see you're awake!" And you look across and you see from Gallen's mansion, which this is docked underneath, he's leaning out that upstairs window, the one where you went for the meeting, and the office that looks upon the dock.
Oh my god, put
How
some
do you like
clothes
the
on!
pictures?
It's too early for this.
And he shouts, "I'm coming down!" And about 15 minutes later, he begins strolling up the deck. And as always, an ostentatious, flamboyant gear, some fine furs. It's quite a
Captain,
warm day today.
Captain, does he have permission to come aboard?
He does indeed. He is a friend of the Sea Ghost.
Come on board.
"Thank you, kind sir. I will board the vessel." And he walks up the gangplank, sort of daintily, for a man of his stature. "How do you like it?"
I love it. The bed, what a nice touch.
You found it. I knew you would.
We are on the same wavelength.
I had to test it a couple of times while you were gone. I didn't want it to go to waste, but exquisite.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
You just need someone for the handle, that's all. If only I could have automated it, it would have made it a lot less awkward, but, I paid her good money. Anyway, I'm blabbering on. I heard you were in the empty net last night.
Yeah.
Who travels fast in this town, doesn't it?
We went to a few places, I think.
Always. Yes. A lovely little venue. Possibly don't want to be there on the wrong day of the week, but you know.
It's very rough and ready.
The
I didn't
ale's
think it was.
okay.
I didn't think it was your style.
Oh, I've been known to play with the big boys.
Is that a
Anyway.
sexual thing?
Perhaps.
Nice.
Look, I've come here. Listen. This job. I thought, why come to me when I can come to you? You're right nearby. Let me tell you what I need. The festival, the feast. Feast. Festival's the end about feast. The feast. We need some stuff. And you guys have a ship in my dock. So I need you to help me out. Sound alright?
We did. That was part of the agreement, I guess.
That was. So, this is what we need.
I'll have to ask the captain. Captain.
Oh, gather round. You all need to hear this.
Oh, okay.
If you're not here, where are you? That's what I'd say. Anyway.
I think a little bell when we gather around.
This is what I need. Let me check my notes. And you pulled out a small notebook of A4 paper.
Nice.
Right. So, perhaps tomorrow? Tomorrow good with you to start? Yes, yes, definitely. Tomorrow. Take the Sea Ghost from here to Anglar. It's just up the coast, a day's sail. I will have her loaded with goods that need to go there. You drop them off at Anglar with the crew that I will supply when you pay me some of the money, and then from there, I need you to take a package for me. Now, the package, and he pulls out this map at this point and sort of lays it out on the deck in front of him so you can all see. And the map that he pulls out is in your journals. So he begins pointing. He says, I need you to sail up to Anglar, like I say, day's sail. Take this cargo up there, then the crew will bring the boat back while you travel across land with the goods that I need shipping. You'll go from Anglar to Burl. At Burl, you'll distribute the package, then you'll pick up the really important bit, the mead. Burl makes one of the finest meads in the land. Very, very interesting place, Burl. Have a good time, pick up the mead, bring it back to Saltmarsh. By that point, feast day. How does it sound?
How are we going to bring the mead back if they return in the ship?
No. The ship goes to Anglar. The crew bring the ship back. You pick up my horse and carriage. You take horse and carriage from Anglar to Burl. Drop off the package. Don't look in it. Pick up the mead. Come back to Saltmarsh.
What's in the package?
Don't worry about it.
What's in the box? The shark.
All you need to do is transport it. And then
Get to this
seems
Belgar
feast.
place on the map.
Insight check.
uh
Well, I'm not.
yeah, go on.
I'm just trying to. How does he react when pushed about the box? Is he like? Does he look sheepish or afraid or like really like
Blasé.
Blasé? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's blasé.
Oh, I don't have to roll.
No. It's obvious how he's being. It's just a package. I work in trade, you know. Take thing from A to B, drop it off at B, bring back the mead. Easy.
Okay.
Splendid. I'll get the crew here tonight. Let me just total up that for you. Fine crew that I selected while you were away.
Well, I mean, we need to balance the books a little bit, so like,
Yes,
good, but budget.
my books do need balancing, correct. So, you'll only need them for a day, so we'll use day rate. Let's have a look.
Date rape.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20, 24, plus 40. 50 gold should cover it with supplies.
That's not too bad. We've,
Alright.
Aye. Well, we need to discuss as a group how we pay for things. Is there a pot we should all pay into, or?
Well, I prefer gold
Well,
or silver.
I'm just thinking.
This is for us.
Can I
one
just?
second,
Can you
Galen.
just remind
sorry.
me?
He begins looking around the ship and he sort of heads over to the circle bedroom and has a little peek.
I do
in.
think that's a good idea, Mr. Picard. Maybe putting some in the bag of holding.
We've got the two ingots out there for expenses. We said that when we got them.
No, because we don't want to melt them down. We want to keep them because
Can
they're
I-
more valuable as an ingot.
Can I ask, Paul? Just remind me of the deal that we had with this boat. Did we say that we would obviously do anything for him? But isn't that at his expense? Like, do we have to pay?
He said he did sort of say he'll let you dock it his for free.
Yeah.
If you want to take it out on your own, you have to pay for crew. He did say he'll ask you to do stuff from time to time, but he didn't really cover expenses on that.
Right.
We're making money from selling something with the ship, did you say?
Are we making any money from this, or are we just spending money to do something for him?
You're not
Yeah, we're
making money,
spending-
but you are docking the ship for free, which would obviously cost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would just say to Galen, like, look, we'd
I'm
happily
just
do
wondering
this.
why we're even bothering with the ship. Why are we paying 50 gold to sell the ship to
Yeah, Mr.
Angler?
Galen, we will happily do this for you as payment for letting us dock here. But it seems a little unfair to then charge us again to use the crew and stuff. I mean, this is, yeah, we pay for a crew when we go off and do things for ourselves, but seems only fair that you
Oh.
pay the expense for your trip, and we
Dylan, at the
do
end
the
of the
trip
day,
for you.
they're
You're not
paying
paying
you for
us.
you to use our ship. It's a bit
Oh, I see.
backwards.
Yes, I see. So
We'd do it for
you
free,
would like
because you know, but we shouldn't have to pay.
make a persuasion check.
Or is right up my street?
Bless.
Good.
I got 4.
So you got an extra
It's that
D4.
D4, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
$17.
He sort of looks at you for a minute. Oh. Well, yes, I suppose it is your ship, and I do need you to transport the goods from the ship to Berlin to here, which would normally cost me. Okay. Here's the deal. I write off the price for the crew. That's 50 gold in your pocket. You take that as payment. Don't ask me about that bloody box again. Deal?
Deal.
Deal. Sounds like
Then
a
let's
plan.
shake! And he sort of grabs your hand and begins to vigorously shake your hand. Tomorrow, then, you'll leave.
Aye.
The crew will be on tonight. I'll have the ship stocked. Right?
I think so.
Off to business.
Wait, Mr. Gillen. One more thing.
Yes?
We was asked by Eleander. Nope. Asked by Anders to pop round to see him. He wanted to talk to us about something. Don't happen to know what that might be about.
No, he hasn't mentioned anything to me. He often has guests round, you know. Poor little boy after he'd lost his mother. Such a shame, such a shame. So young, but, you know, life goes on. And so does time. Time is of the essence. Right. Farewell. And, business is done. No need to pop round later.
All
I'll be
right.
busy. Farewell.
It was nice seeing you. To see you nice.
And he sort of waddles down the gangplank and along the dock.
I mean, you can probably see how he's ended up with so much money if he manages to swindle people like that. The cheek of it. Getting us to do something for free, and then making us pay to do that thing for free. I mean, guys, good businessman.
He did give you a rotating bed, though, in all fairness, also. He didn't mention the
is
cost
true.
of that.
Yeah, but they were supposed to...
You hear a shout as you're talking, and he begins to come back. I almost forgot.
Oh, fuck. Why do you have to remind the DM?
I had this. And he sort of comes up and goes into the kitchen and into the store behind. And he comes to you, Scarrick, and he says, listen, I know I said you have to make your own forge on here. It's not up my alley. However, I found this in one of my cupboards. And he pulls out this large pot, which has, like, it's a large ceramic pot with little corks all over it. There's about 12 nozzles to it around the top. And he sort of picks it up from the store, passes it to you. This will help if you ever have a little, I won't say the word on the ship, the F word with the old forge. When you get
There'll
it
be
built.
loads of fucking on the boat, don't worry.
No, not that one. Listen, unplug one of these. Job's a good one. Right. Time is of the essence. Farewell.
Thank you very much. So, did you say, is that like a... Is it a colander sort of a thing? Or did you
No, it's
say
a really
like
large ceramic pot with about 12 different spouts all around the top, all corked with these big corks.
Take it it's not magical. Do you never know with that? You just have to say.
Give it to Ozzy.
Ozzy, just have a look at this. I'm not sure if it's just a clever idea for an extinguisher or something special.
I put my hand on it.
You put your hand on it.
Oh,
You identify it as an alchemy jug. You're welcome to look that up and add it to your inventory. To be fair, it should be in the boat's inventory. So we need a boat inventory. Should I make a boat character?
Yes.
What's an alchemy jug?
but first.
An alchemy jug is. I'll just have to look it up.
Yeah, because I'm just looking at something else for a second. Hang on.
It's very similar to the endless decanter, however, it is slightly different. So it's a ceramic jug that appears to hold a gallon of liquid and weighs 12 pounds, so it is quite heavy. Whether full or empty. Sloshing sounds can be heard from within the jug when it's shaken, even if the jug is empty. You can use your action to name one liquid from the table below to produce the chosen liquid.
You can get beer from it.
Make oil and do quenching.
This is what it does. So once the jug starts producing it, it can't produce a different one or more when it's reached its maximum limit. So you can do 8 ounces of acid, half an ounce of poison, 4 gallons of beer, 1 gallon of honey, 2 gallons of mayonnaise, a quart of oil,
Nice.
2 gallons of vinegar, 8 gallons of fresh water, 12 gallons of salt water, or 1 gallon of wine.
It's pretty. How often do you get to use it again?
I think. I don't think it has a time.
Doesn't say, yeah.
I'd presume it's per day. It makes
Yeah, surely you
sense,
can't
doesn't it?
just like keep opening and closing it and it's like getting an unlimited wine.
Yeah, we'll
But
say
like-
per day.
Like the other thing.
Yeah,
That doesn't
true.
say, does it?
No, that one you can just uncork every time. But I guess
Until
because it's
the
got
next
max
dawn.
amount.
So
Oh
that
yeah.
can-
Maximum until the next
dawn.
dawn. Yeah, so that's the amount per day.
So could you get something else because of all the corks? Is that the idea?
Yeah, so you could pour
Yeah, so
like up to the max of each thing. So you could pour all that stuff if
Just
you want to do
laughing,
one
why?
day.
We can just so each day we get 1 gallon of wine and 4 gallons of beer.
And 2 gallons of mayonnaise.
The mayonnaise.
What was in the mind of the person who wrote this?
Hey,
Out of all
Surely
the
that's not a thing in D&D.
2 gallons of mayonnaise can go a long way, man.
That's like the idea of that pack.
The inventor of mayonnaise.
Someone
in
makes a
D&D.
sandwich and then just goes.
If a continent has eggs, it needs mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's true.
Basic
At least
poison.
give it the antidote for its own poison.
So yeah, that you have that in your inventory, well, in the ship's inventory.
Nice.
What is it?
Yes.
Come here.
Yes.
I'll just uncork the beer one. And just pour it in his mouth a little.
Oh my god!
Are we? Close it. Are we here at the dog?
Oh shit, I feel so much better now. Oh.
Take it that just works like that then.
Yeah,
You just
yeah. You
cock it
can,
back.
Damn. That is perfect thing to have on this ship.
We go see if we get some breakfast Manders.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Free food. I'm up for that.
so I'll put the. I think we're still on the thing. I've just got Gallon's map up. So you head across the Saltmarsh residence. That is up here on the map. Let's look at it. There you go. It's one of the larger estates in the town, in the village. It consists of a large mansion that spans the width of the estate. There's two large wings connected with a smaller interior building. Excuse me. And just before I describe it, I'm just going to have a quick wee. Otherwise, I will piss my pants.
Okay.
As you make your way around to the Anders estate,
Make your way around.
there's 2 guards that are positioned at the edge of the driveway as you sort of head up to the main house. They greet you. Good morning.
Anders has requested our company.
One moment, please. And you see him go into there's like a small wooden guard hut, just a really simple build. You see him inside. He picks up a stone and begins to talk into it, and then he holds it up to his ear for a response. They've said you can pass, and he ushers you down. Head to the main entrance. You'll be met there. Make your way down the track, and you see these large wings stretch out, and there's the main sort of entrance way in the middle. The house is ornate to an extent. Leaded windows line the front, and quite a Gothic architecture. It's a very prominent build within the town. A lot of these builds are just simple dab and mortar or wood and
Where is this on the
construct.
map? Sorry, Paul.
It is this one. Yeah.
I am not.
So,
Oh yeah, up top. Okay.
yeah.
Quite a big place.
Yeah,
It's an
it's
estate.
expansive. So yeah, Gothic architecture, leaded windows. It's a lavish property. As you arrive at the door, it's opened and you're greeted by a tall, lean man with tan skin and silver hair, which contrasts, making it almost seem brighter. He wears a long, double-tailed coat of dark blue, and his boots are highly polished and glint in the sun. Welcome to the Saltmarsh estate. My master will see you in the drawing room. Please follow me. And he turns and leads you inside. He leads you to the west wing. And as you enter, he goes through a solid wooden door. You enter a wood-panelled room, which is scattered with stuffed animals' heads, from boars to sea creatures. Above the mantle of the fire is a large spiraled horns that come up and cross above it. Sat in one of the chairs, you see Anders. He stands as you enter and greets you. The room is filled with sort of several sofas, armchairs, all positioned around the fire, and some have small ornate side tables and that sort of thing. He stands and greets you. Good morning. Welcome to my home. Please, come.
This is a very big place for one man.
Oh, my staff live here too. But yes, since Mother passed, it has felt a little more spacious. Yes. Please, would you like a drink?
Oh, whiskey for me.
I'll have a beer.
Yeah, please.
Nothing for me.
And do you have any food? Sorry, we're just rushing a little bit today.
Yes. Scarin, please get the drinks and call for some food. And you see the tall butler gentleman, Scarin. He moves to a large cabinet on one side and begins pouring drinks, and then he moves to the door and signals someone outside who heads off to get you food. And when you have your drinks and you sit, thank you for coming to speak with me. Firstly, I just wanted to make it clear again, you have really done this town a good service, and I know we have paid you, but it occurs to me that you didn't have to.
Just play music, man. I mean, if it happens to benefit the town, then so be it. You know, I just do
Yes,
what I
and
love.
I believe in benefiting the town. It's always been my mother's vision to have our family as the forerunners in supporting the people here. I I don't like to say it, but on the docks, people know me. They know my name because we help them and because we support them. You'll have seen my family's fishing ships sail each morning, and it is the trade. I do believe it is the trade that makes this town great.
Mr. Gellin would agree with that.
Yes, he would, and he is a trader in these parts. Yes. The food is here, and the waitress girl in like white formal linens comes in, and she brings a large platter. It's like a silvered platter. On it are just some dried meats, some fresh fruits, your simple breakfast things, some loaves of bread, and she comes and places it on one of the small tables in front of you, and it says, "Please, help yourself."
Do you have any butter?
Yes, it's just beneath the mango. He sort of pushes a bit out the way, and in the
Mango.
center is like knob of butter.
Whoa. Great for a hangover.
Scarin stands at the back of the room, his formal gear waiting on hand. Now he's served you your drinks, you will have your drinks. You want the best for the town. Am I right?
Of course.
And you have been spending a lot of time with Gellin.
He's a good man. Yeah. He gets
He
it.
helps us with the Sea
He
Ghost.
gets it.
Yes. I don't want to mix my words. However, I have connections in this town and people who look out for me and my family. When my mother passed just a few months ago now, responsibility was passed to me. I know I'm young, but I have good guidance, people who can help me.
And you're willing to change.
Yes, if I am wrong, I will admit to my faults. No human is truly divine. And that is where I come onto Gellin. I believe, and this is not proven, but I believe he trades in more than just goods. I've heard rumors of humans, slaves, and also that he has dealings with the Sea Prince and his men. Let me make my views on this clear. I believe in fair trade above the board. Nothing to do with pirates. Nothing to do with slavery. It is a blemish on this land.
The Sea Prince. Remind me.
So the Sea Princes are the band of pirates.
Yeah.
Um,
We've not had dealings
basically
with
one
them
of the
though, have
reasons.
we? They weren't the
No,
pirates that we were
since-
dealing with.
No, so the people you were dealing with were smugglers.
Yeah.
But since the wars, sort of in the north, since they died down, the king looked to Saltmarsh, which was riddled with piracy, and the Sea Prince basically had a hold.
Yeah.
And he sent troops down to banish them, and that's why there's sort of Seaton is now the military stronghold, and this has like people like Eleander and stuff like that who've come from the crown. So the Sea Prince has been pushed back, but he does still patrol the waters.
Tell me, if you have these suspicions about Gellin, Why come to us? Surely this is a matter for the council, of which he is a part of.
Yes, but suspicions are no good without evidence. And rumors, as I know now, I know rumors are not always true.
Well, exactly.
I hoped you, with an open mind and a mind aligned with this town, could perhaps let me know if you do see anything under the board, you could say.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty cool guy. I think he's pretty legit.
We'll see what we can find there. Slavery is a nasty business and shouldn't exist.
I agree.
Well, I think we could all agree with that, surely. Pagad?
But yet it does
Yes.
exist. So there are people who don't agree.
Yeah.
Well, if we ever catch wind of nefarious dealings, we will be sure to report it to the relevant authorities. And that
Okay.
will be their business.
Very well. As long as I know you were looking out for the town. I just wanted to tell you, really. Sometimes the ones we get close to can be the ones we shouldn't.
Can I insight check to make sure it's telling the truth or trying
Yep.
to cover anything up? My insight's not very good. 9.
Yeah, can I insight check as well? Just, it's not...
He seems genuine to you, Styles.
It just, like, does he seem genuine, or is it, he's trying to... I don't know what the term is, where you sort of, like, pushes down the wrong path to, like...
You can
Red
insight.
herring.
Say again?
You
Like
can
a red
insight
herring.
check.
Yeah, like a red herring, yeah.
Yeah, like a red herring, yeah.
Insight, 16.
Yeah, he seems to be standing and telling the truth and genuinely... I think you get the idea that he's not... He hasn't brought you here because it's you. He's brought you here because you're close to Gellin, and he's worried about Gellin against the town.
Yeah.
Like, his alignment is with the fate of Saltmarsh, basically.
Yeah. Well, we, as you rightfully know, we do spend a lot of time around the band. So if we see any untoward activity, not only would you be informed, we would also feel it right to do the right thing anyway, because we are a group of morally righteous men.
That I agree with. And he ushers to Scarin, who brings across another glass, and he holds it up. A toast to Saltmarsh and to righteousness. You see him wince a bit as he sips this dark liquid. You presume it's a whiskey.
Aye.
And if you ever need anything from me, please just come by. My family has helped people in the past, so I will honour that as well.
And what is your specialty
Thank you.
around here, other than having a lot of ships?
Fishing and trade is our main speciality, similar to Gellin and similar to Ida.
Do you ever get any special items? Magic.
No, not so much. Our trade is mainly passing. We supply the ships to move it up and down the coast. It's more goods and livestock and things like that. Magic items you want more, Captain Senderos. She will...
She's on the
Okay.
list.
Good. Well, please finish your breakfast, take your time, and
Do you have any more eggs?
oh, there was no eggs on the platter actually.
Do you have any
And
eggs?
what have I been eating?
Oh, you didn't do the white thing, did you?
Did you have any mayonnaise?
I can.
Don't worry, I've got that, boys.
I can see. I can see. I will leave you now. But please, you're my guests for as long as you need to be. And he ushers out. Scarin, please, look after these people.
I don't
He
need
nods.
telling twice. Scaring. We're gonna need some more meats, some more bread. Oh, definitely some more butter. Melon. Anyone else want some more melon? I enjoy the melon. Some more melon, please.
Very well. I will
And look for the
see it
eggs.
done. And he rings a small bell, and the same waitress that bought the things in, maid that bought the things and comes in. And he relays it all to her. After around 10 minutes or so, as you've finished off this main platter, another one comes in. This time with eggs, some boiled, some fried, and the melon and the butter and everything. They are provided.
Talking to all.
What do we think about this Anders guy? I mean, I think Mr. Gellin is pretty damn
Maybe we
legit.
should. Yeah, I
He's
definitely
been
do too. Maybe we should go out
Very
and chat.
good to us. He is.
He has been good to us, but I wouldn't. There is something off about him. I think he can be.
If I
a
see
bit
anything
dodgy.
about slavery, I will be telling him.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I draw the line at forcing people to do things. That's not cool.
Be
What did
conceptual.
you?
Always
Unless it's
conceptual.
magic and temporary.
Exactly.
It's,
That doesn't count.
It doesn't hurt anyone, that does it?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt anyone. It's fine. Well, it's worth thinking about.
Yeah, that's.
I wonder what's in this.
It's worth
So,
finding out.
Oh, go on.
No, it's worth finding out if he does work with the sea princes
Hmm.
as pirates. They ask him.
Have you had any dealings with the sea princes?
I have in
Styles.
the past.
Have you now? What do you know?
You need to know, I'll tell you, but at the moment, you just need to know to avoid them.
Have you
do.
sunk one of their ships before in a cannon battle?
At this point, Scarin says, "Would you like any more drinks?"
Yeah, some more beer, please, and a whiskey for my friend here.
Oh,
Honey.
thank you.
Sucks him up.
I feel like I'm just topping it up from last night now. I'm just hitting that buzz again, you know what I mean? Well, I guess we...
Should we go to Xandaros?
Oh yeah, Xandros.
So, what I'll say is you leave Anders Solmore residence. That's where we're going to finish tonight. Because then you can do Xandaros, and then you've got your quest ahead of you. The quest of delivery. With the seeds of doubt sown in.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which we'll pick up next time in person.
Aye.
We